All right. So everybody's here for the e-commerce investment group. I assume that's why we all here. So just really quick, everybody who's in here, who's familiar with e-commerce? Is everybody's audio working? Raheem asked.
Yeah, it's working fine over here.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I hear you.
So who's familiar with e-commerce? If you are, just say, throw you say yes if you are.
Somewhat familiar with it.
Nobody?
Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the ones who said I'm familiar, what are you familiar with as far as e-commerce?
Buying stuff online for just the lowest basic form of it.
So okay, let me clarify. Are you guys familiar with as customers or people who's researched it as a business before?
Customer.
I dabbled as I had a business,
Okay.
but I also had somebody that was third party that was supplying my product.
Okay. So what, as pretty much all of us in here should have dealt with e-commerce as a customer. I mean, if you bought on Amazon before, then that's e-commerce. So it's really quick. So the reason we're putting this together is many reasons, but it is some crazy stuff going on in America right now. I mean, I don't know how well you guys follow the news and how well you're able to connect the dots, but America getting ready to go to hell. It's going down the shitter. Donald Trump is doing everything he can to make sure America falls, or at least falls a peg in the world to where other nations can rise. And then America has to take on another form, which will be, they're going to give you a dictator. See, America has never had a dictator before. Not openly, I should say. So they're trying to give you this dictator who's going to destroy the office of the presidency so that you come in and scream for a solution and say, oh, well, we need to make sure this never happens again, that the governments in the world are linked so that, we always trust each other and blah, 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 because this is what's happening right now. Trump is huddling up to who's supposed to be America's enemies, as far as like Putin and Kim Jong-un. But then he's pissing on everybody who's supposed to be America's allies, like NATO and in the G7. He goes to G7 and say, y'all bullshit. Why isn't Russia in here? So what he's just basically doing is just a big shit show of how he's just destroying all the relationships of America. Basically, when you isolate yourself, that's when you die, which is the reason why we're here. Because, see, it's through America's connections throughout the world that allows them to maintain the power they have in the world. So if you got somebody that comes in and starts cutting off all of those ties, then America's isolated. Then you can attack America without any help. America will have no ally to run in and help because she shitted on everybody, or Donald Trump has shitted on everybody since he's been in office. So when that shit happens, everyone else in the world will say fuck you. So basically what's been happening to us right now. Again, if you ring in, mute your phone in the back so I don't hear your background feed. So yeah, just click your mic button. So the main reason that most melanated people that we are suffering is because we are not united. Okay, every other organism in the world is united. There's no living thing that you can think of that's in the world that's not united other than humans. Every other organism works together. whether it's cells or it's animals. They work in packs. Like they understand. By myself, I'm dead. Together, we got a chance of surviving. This is what Caucasian people found out throughout the years of us as being Moors when we were ruling the world for just in the last time we were ruling for like 1,000 years. So if you rule somebody for 1,000 years, ultimately they're going to get the ability. They're going to develop the skill of unity. It's just it's going to happen naturally over a certain time. Mute your phone. Mute your phone in the background. All right. So, come on. There we go. There's a mute button on that phone. Let me click that mute button. The mute button should be right on the side where you see the little mute button. So basically, I've been checking out. If you guys haven't been seeing all the what's going on. You guys have got to mute whoever that is in the back. You got to mute your phone. I can't have you talk your background noise while I'm talking. There you go. So one way that I've seen, because if you watch what Caucasian people are doing, you have to watch, well, when you watch what Caucasian people are doing, you have to watch what they're doing to get ahead of you. Okay, and then you have to start doing that same shit. Forget about what they're telling you. That means nothing. Watch what they're doing and then do the same shit. So again, the world is getting ready to flip. You don't necessarily want to have anything tangible. You want to be tied down to anything at the moment until we see how shit is going to happen. Trump is fucking up everything. Tariffs over here. Fuck this country over here. I mean, that's terrible for having a standalone business. Now, an e-commerce business is an international business, just right off the jump, straight up international, right? So that way you can be mobile while still maintaining an income. So this is the philosophy of Caucasian people. Own nothing, control everything. And then the other thing is always be mobile, while they teach you to go buy a house. You want to be a homeowner. Why the fuck do I want to be a homeowner? Did anybody ever ask why you want to be a homeowner? That's the way for you to get in the game. If you own a home, then you build equity up in the home, then you can pull some equity out, then you can invest it over here, and then boop, that's bullshit. That is all bullshit. Again, the word mortgage means death pledge. Okay, mort comes from the word death, right? And gauge is the etymology of gauge is pledge. So it's a death pledge. Literally, you pledging your life. That's why mortgages are 30 years. You're literally pledging your life to this one thing. So in essence, they've created a system of slavery. They just kind of let you out of the house a little bit. That home keeps you tied down to whatever it is. Wherever you are, that home is like a shackle on your foot. You can't leave. You can't do anything while you still owe on that home. Period. You got a 30-year mortgage. You stuck with that 30-year mortgage, right? So while they'll tell you, while their game is, why would I want to do that? I'm not going to own my house. I'm going to buy this house. They rent. Most Caucasian people, they'll rent. They lease and they rent. They don't own shit unless you got super wealthy, then they'll own homes here, places like that. But most of them, like, did you see those people like in downtown and New York and a lot of that places? Again, unless they're super rich, but most of those people who are just wealthy and well-to-do and doing all, they'll lease, they'll buy property, lease their property out, then have that property pay for the property they're leasing. That way, they can stay mobile and still have money to do whatever they need to do. It's all about mobile.
Didn't you? I got a question. Didn't you say anyway? Like it was the serfs that were tied to the land.
Right. That's what I'm about to get at.
Yep.
So. So you got two types of slavery. One was serfdom, and then there's chattel slavery. So chattel slavery is movable property, right? It's where I can take my property off of this land, and then if I move to this land, I can take it with me. Serfs were tied to the land. You cannot move. So that means if I got a home on this land, I sold this home, and I sold the person who works the land with it, with the home. If I leave, whoever you bought the workers on that land. So it's the same thing. What is the word? The word, I think it's home, or the word, I think it's home. If anybody has an etymology dictionary, look up home for me, or if you're online, look up home. One of these words, I think it's home or house, or one of these words, it actually means bondage. It literally means bondage. So when you buy a home, when you get a home, when you get a house, it means to be bonded. It means to be bonded to that place. So again, it's about control and not own. You don't have to own anything. You just want to control it. Then it's also about staying movable. Okay, you want to stay mobile. So in today's world, that more so means using the internet. Okay, you got to use the internet in today's business model if you want to be mobile. So for me, just to give you a background on, I've had the business mind since the young one. I was 10 years old. I was like the only dude in the hood. When I mean hood, I mean like Crip hood, like where you see Crips walking down the street. What up, cuz? Like this is OG, long time ago when it was real. And I was 10 years old. Now I had a lemonade stand and I had an orange stand at 10 years old out on the corner. I was working one, and I had some workers. I had literally little kids working for me, working the orange stand on another corner. So that's the way I've been my whole life. Always been about getting out there. And why did I do that? I'm sitting at home. I used to watch TV a lot. I'm sitting at home. I see little kids in the fucking in the suburbs. They got a little lemonade stand. I'm like, shit. If they got a little lemonade stand, why come we can't get a lemonade stand? So I go out there. I take my sister's little tea table where she do tea and crumpets, a little tea and crumpet table. I take it out on the street, create a lemonade stand. We pulling in money. What happens? All the little niggas in the hood, they want to copy. So now you start seeing little lemonade stands popping up all over the hood, saturated the market for me. I had to get out. So business minded, you know what I'm saying? I've always had a business mind. Not to say that I've always loved money. Okay, so I've always just had a mind to where I wanted to do things for myself. And so in a business, that's what you have to understand. That's the type of mind you're going to have. You're going to have a type of mind. A business-minded person is someone who literally, working for somebody else, I can't do it. Like I haven't worked for someone else in 20 years, over 20 years. Last person I worked for, or the company I worked for, was LA Fitness. That was over 20 years ago. I cannot have a boss. Even when I was working for LA Fitness, I was the boss. And so when they brought in someone else over to be the boss, I got out. I cannot have somebody over me. That's just how I am. Now, other people, they have the mentality or the character where they can just be fine with people telling them what to do. They sit and they get in their little hole and they don't want to be bothered. They happy with life as long as things are comfortable. That's not me. And if you hear, that's probably not you either. So getting into the e-commerce world, or just getting into the business world, period. There's certain things that you have to have that you have to have in order to get into business. And one of them is commitment. If you're not committed, then it doesn't fucking matter. You have to, so when you take on the mentality, I'm going to start this business, then right from the get-go, no matter what, I have to be committed to doing whatever I need to do to get this business done. That's the very first damn thing you have to have. Then the second thing, though, is patience. Because when you get into business, you're going to want to make a gang of money right off the bat, because you've probably been inspired by it. You've seen somebody with a business or somebody, making money They'll say, "Oh yeah, nigga, I'm rolling in. I made so many thousands of dollars the first week, or so many $1,000 the first month." Okay, and that could be true, or they may be lying. That doesn't matter. You need to understand. You need to have a certain points, bullet points you need to adhere to when you start off with a business. Again, the first one is going to be commitment. The second one is going to be patience. And that's because no matter what, it is never going to work out like you think. All right, nothing ever works out like you. That's usually in life, especially in business. Nothing ever works out like you think. Like, so, I don't know who's in here who's ever written a business plan before, but when you write a business plan, you have to pay attention to the numbers. So in a business plan, your whole business plan has to look airtight. If you're going to submit it to an investor, angel investor, or venture capitalist, when you submit this business plan to them, it has to be airtight. But the thing that has to be airtight the most is the numbers. And and most of the time you'll work on a business plan and it'll be all thick, and you got, what are we doing this, and and customer this, and you got all these things in your business plan. And when a person gets it, the investor gets it, the only part they're gonna flip to is the number. They're gonna look at your numbers and be like, and see how airtight and how focused you were in researching how your numbers are. Now, do they expect the business to do that? No. No, because any investor understands that this is just a template, because life is going to happen and shit is going to jump in there. You'll have in your business plan, you'll have contingency plans and this and that, or if this happens, then we do this. If this happens, then we do that. But ultimately, you can never plan for everything that's going to happen. So again, getting into this, you had to have patience. Because when you think, oh, I'm just going to do this, I'm going to smash, and it's probably not going to work out like that. But what you need to have is the commitment to keep doing whatever you need to do to figure it out. Okay? You need to figure that shit out. I'm a problem solver. You bring me a problem, I'm a solver. I'm not going to whine with you. If you bring me a problem and you feeling all sulky about the problem, whine on your own first about the problem. Whine, get it all out of your system, then come to me, and I'm gonna help you figure it out. Because I'm not gonna sit there and be all emotional with you. And I know you guys probably heard. I don't know how many of you heard, but on the show we kind of had a little heated moment on the show, on the Zoe show Monday, and it was more so because the person who we had on the show, or what the last topic was about. There was the numbers who came out, this statistic that came out about minimum wage not being enough to support anybody in America. You couldn't live off of minimum wage. And then I think it was like you need to make $17.90 an hour just to get into the part where you can kind of start trying to support yourself on your own. So we started talking about, what can brothers do and this and that. So I started giving out solutions. One of these was about e-commerce. And I'm like, look, you guys can start e-commerce businesses and this, you can do that. And I said cryptocurrency. I gave an example of how Akon was starting his own cryptocurrency. And, and called Acoin for wherever he's from in Africa. So then, Zoe called, and there's a guy who comes on the show who deals with these statistics all the time. He comes in, he brings numbers on how much the Caucasian man has, how much you don't have, how much, what you can do, how much Caucasian people, they have the amount of power and hold that they have on the business world. And, and black people, or so-called black people, can't do this, and blah, blah, blah. And it's never a solution. It's always numbers, and the statistics, and this. But it's never a solution. When you get into business, man, you can't, the negative mind, you can't have that. There can be no gram, no ounce, no nothing, not an inkling of doubt in your mind when you get into business, or you're going to fail. And so when you get numbers, when you get statistics of what you can't do and what you don't have and this and that, that's never going to help you with anything. So when you get into this, you need to always understand, to have the mentality of being a problem solver. right off the bat. Like, look, no matter what, all right, I'm gonna run into some problems. I'm gonna run into some problems that's gonna piss me off, but I need to have the mentality that I'm gonna solve this problem. So, yo,
I know who you're talking about because I look at his stuff before, and I just feel like that's homie's job. I mean, that's how he makes his money, by just giving you, those numbers. But like I said, him and the other chick that he talks to that be, that be kind of do the same thing, but she'll give numbers. I just feel like that's what they do. They don't really give you solutions. They just give you the problem, and they don't really have a an answer for how we get out of it. So,
well, no, and again, that's his thing. He goes, he goes, he gives these numbers, and some people platform and brand is built off of rhetoric, and they make money off how much they can incite you off of what they say, not necessarily with the solutions they can give. If you start giving somebody solutions, then ultimately they don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep people coming back. So when numbers aren't necessarily a bad thing, because you're going to need them in business. Okay, so numbers are good when you're doing something to help you evaluate what you're doing to move to get better, right? Numbers are very good for that. But if you don't have anything going at all, you should never listen to how much some numbers or statistics telling you how much you can't get going, what you can't do, how much you don't have. Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about what I don't got and what I can't do, motherfucker. What can I do? What do I have? Let's start with that and let's move on and let's smash from that. Let's get the negative bullshit out of the head, because if you let that play on, that's all you'll see is what I can't do and what I don't have. So let me see.
Yeah, I'm glad you spoke on that. Cornball clown.
Well, no, the reason I went to look.
No, brother KB. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade, because
I
caught the tail end of it.
I said what I wanted to say on the show.
I know you said what you wanted to say on the show. I caught the tail end of it, and I was like, yeah, he just don't know. He getting ready to ramp up in the Dragon More mode quicker than you can say Ambosal.
Man, that was 1/10 Dragon.
I know.
That wasn't even full. That wasn't nowhere near full-fledged Dragon.
I know, because I'm like, that's not the first time he's done that. He's done that 3 times.
Right. Well, what he does. I'm just gonna give the reason I went off on him was not because of his statistics. He gives this all the time. That was part of the reason. The main reason I went off on him is because dude is a condescending asshole who thinks he's smarter than everybody because he's a lawyer from Loyola Marymount, and he has Byron Allen, who he talks to Byron Allen all the goddamn time. So when you talk, he tries to shut you down and condescend you like you don't know what you're talking about. Like as far as slavery, like me and him disagree on slavery. He don't know shit about slavery, but all he has is these numbers that tries to verify his point on slavery, but he don't have the real history on what happened in slavery. So we go through all this, and one time after the show, I think it was the second show, me and Jeff, after the show, when Zoe was uploading he was uploading it to YouTube, and he couldn't hear our conversation. We asked him, like, look, man, you have all these numbers. What is your solution? And then he said, man, I just think, black people need to be better mothers and fathers and brothers and have better in your relationships and don't worry about getting it because there's not. I'm like, wait a minute. So you saying we should just be happy in the bullshit? That's what it's like, man. He's like, there's, the system isn't built for you to get ahead and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nigga, I'm through with you, nigga. I was through with him right there. Me and Jeff, we was like, all right, we good. We didn't want to talk to him no more, nigga. So you saying that we should just be happy in the bullshit. Don't try to search out, try to get away. Don't try to get out of it or nothing. Don't search for a way to get ahead because they got the whole system rigged. I was like, all right, I'm done with you.
Well, that's like your coach telling you hey, we don't stand a chance against the other team, but But like, go out and play. Like what? We just don't stand. No.
That's like your coach saying, you know what? They got Kobe and Michael Jordan and Magic and LeBron and Larry Bird and we. So all we got is Steph Curry. So we don't even, we don't even need to think about playing against them because they go, what the fuck you talking about?
Hey, but they gotta do that, man, because you gotta realize, like you said, the guy been going to their system, learn their rules of engagement and stuff. And I don't know, have he decided to, get other information that may not be in the public atmosphere? Because when you start doing that, then you go, wait, I know stuff I read when it comes to all this stuff. I just feel like they rigged the game, and then they teach you another way because they concerned if you learn their way that you're gonna just maybe surpass them because you kind of some of us are making something within the system. But imagine if all of us start trying to get out the system or not out the system, but do our own thing within the system that they got, learn the rules and all that, and then be able to flip it and do your own.
Well, that guy, he's a lawyer. Niggas, when they get credentials from Caucasian people, they ride with that shit. They be pumping their chest up with. So
that's what I was saying. I said it makes sense to me when I see people who got that, and I tell them stuff because I've been looking at a bunch of stuff about trust and everything. I'm telling people, and they're like, "Well, that's not no. You must learn some other stuff." I'm like, "Well, no. I talk to people and I look on my own, and a lot of they so focus on the school stuff. I see because they got that piece of paper that say they some type of PhD or something, but they never looked outside of that world. So it's kind of like, you ain't questioning.
Right. Well, this again, homeboy, he's when you're a lawyer, so he's come up in that system. He's on major statistics. Like his whole thing is stats. This stat will tell you that. This stat will tell you this, and most lawyers in law school, all they learn is procedure. They don't actually learn how to do the shit. That's when you
they don't know no law. They just know procedure. You right.
Yeah, they tell you get the law. They don't teach you that in school. They'll tell you in law school, you got to take your ass to court on your own. Like you want to learn the law, nigga, on your own time. When you're not here, you got to go sit in court for about a couple of hours and see how lawyers do it. They don't learn that shit. They don't, again. So he doesn't learn solutions. It's not about solutions. He learns how to talk to you about the problem. So, but again, that's not why I went off. It was part of why I went off. Because he tries to give you these numbers with so much authority, like they're everything. And then on his very first show, the guy he had on his show to validate his numbers basically said that you can't take that as, you have to take it as a generalization. You can't take it as a definite determination. They just put those numbers out. I'm like, look, dude, so the dude you had on your show to validate your whole number scheme says that the numbers is bullshit. So, so literally right there, you'd have no more shows after that where you talking about numbers. Your numbers, there should be no shows where you talk about numbers without a solution, I should say. Not that you should be like, okay, well, they have this, they have this, they have this. However, other brothers have done this, and this. That's how he doesn't give any balance to it. So when he did that, and I was trying to tell him that because I let him speak the whole time, he jumped on the air and he tried to talk shit. He's like, well, I'm only on the air. I'm not in the studio. I'm on the air. I'm on the phone. So let me just get what I need to say out, and then you can talk. So I let him get that whole shit off for about 3 to 5 minutes, however long he said. And then when I started talking, he cut me off. That's when I got pissed. I let you get that whole bullshit off, so then you want to start and cut me off. So again, so that's when I jumped on him and had to let everybody know his numbers are bullshit. Just to give you an example, the word average. Okay, when they say, he averages this or this averages that, an average is only usable or feasible with tangible goods. Averages came from shipping. So say 4 of us, we're shipping some kerosene lamps on a boat, right, in boxes. And say about 7 of those kerosene lamps smash, right? What would have to happen is the lamps that are left over would have to be evenly distributed between all of us. So we take the loss. We all take the loss the same. Since we're all partners, no one of us takes all 7 lamps as a loss. What happens is, again, we distribute the loss between the rest of us. That's something tangible. Now, say when they do something like in basketball, when they'll try to say a person averages 20 points a game. A person don't average 20 points a game, because I can't take what I did in this game. So if I scored 30 points in this game and I only scored 15 in this game, I can't take the points from this game before and add them to this game. They don't count. This game is over. It don't exist no more.
Right.
Like, I can't take that game's points and add it to this game. This is this is a new game. It's a whole day. It's a whole
Right. You know that's nonsense. Like when you see someone's average and it's like 28.6, it's like,
Right.
well, when did somebody score 0.6
Thank you.
in any damn game? Like,
You can't. Yeah, he averaged 7.5 assists. Nigga, what's half an assist? Is there a stat for half an assist? No. So again, Caucasian people created. So mathematics. I'm just getting off just on this subject really quick, because we have to understand, when we get into business, we understand numbers. So mathematics means anything learned. It doesn't mean the calculation of numbers. So just understand that mathematics is anything that is learned. So number system and analytics is the Caucasian people's way of analyze or of understanding the universe. See, as melanated people, we didn't have to do that. We had numbers, you know what I'm saying, in order to be able to differentiate and, you know, and keep, you know, and keep a balance and stuff like that. But we didn't use numbers to analyze and dissect. We were creators. We understood how we were connected to the universe and how things work. We didn't have to look at it and say, well, damn, how did that work? Well, let me analyze and break it down. That's what analyze means: to unravel, to unfold, to loosen, to unfasten. So we didn't need to do that. We understood how the connection works. So we create. That's why you see in the universe, all we did was create. That's why you see pyramids over here and temples over here. And you don't see text of us breaking down how shit was made. All you see is text of creating text of us showing how shit was made. Like, look, this is how we did it. We made it, and this is how we did it. There's not text of us breaking shit down and say, well, this is how we got to this because we analyzed, we broke that down. You don't see that. You don't see what they call the scientific process in our ancient cultures. What you see is creating and then documentation of the creation. So that's why I don't play so much on numbers, as far, you know what I'm saying, as far as telling you, or as far as negative numbers, kind of tell you what you can't do. You always got to have that mentality. Again, this goes back to when we get into business, there is no negative. This nigga, what do I need to do to figure out the problem? That's it. There's a problem. How do I solve it? All right, let's sit back. Let's team it out. Let me sit back. Let me throw everything out to the universe. Let me pull it in. Whatever the fuck I got to do to figure out the problem, that's what we're doing. So e-commerce, real quick. Let me get back to this e-commerce. So the Caucasian in Caucasian world, again, the internet or e-commerce or the electronic money world is pretty much all Caucasian. And I'll say a lot of it now is getting to be a lot of Indians too. Got a lot of Indians out there creating, you know, doing some e-commerce. But for the most part, most of it was Caucasian. It was Caucasian people. But again, now since you got e-commerce jumping up, and you got billions of people in India, literally 1.3 billion people in India, it's a lot of them jumping on e-commerce and doing it. A lot of Chinese people, because Alibaba is a company that gives products online. They're China. They're a Chinese company. So it's coming up all over the world. E-commerce is literally helping to bring a lot of people out of poverty around the world. So there are different e-commerce businesses. So if you guys are not familiar, the most profitable one, or the one people use the most, is Shopify. Okay, anybody, you guys ever heard of that one?
Yep, Shopify. I studied drop shipping a little bit, so yeah.
There you go. That's right, drop shipping. So here I'm about to share my screen. so you guys can see some stuff. All right. So let me just, so this is Shopify. Wait a minute. Where is it? So this is Shopify. This is a drop shipping company, online e-commerce company. So drop shipping, if you're not aware of what drop shipping is, it's basically this business right here. It's an online business. They give you, it's an online platform or e-commerce platform where they set you up. You can set you up with a profile or a template. They can set you with a website, your whole store. They set you up with a whole store. Then what you do is you download apps. So when you set up your whole account, you get your store, call it whatever we want. You get, then once that's all set up, you go into this thing, you get what's called apps. Now through these apps is how you get your products. There are hundreds and even thousands of apps that'll give you all kinds of products with your store, depending on what you want to sell. So, what'll happen is through these apps, these are the companies who make these products. So they create an app for you to put in your store. So say, I'll give you an example. So say you want to sell T-shirts. So there's an app called T-Launch, right? So what happens is you click on T-Launch. T-Launch has a lot of different products that you can choose from. So they'll have hoodies, they have T-shirts, they have mugs, they have cell phone covers, pillows, different stuff like that. So you can either put your own logo on. If you have a logo, you have your own brand. You can put your own brand on any of these products, put it in your store, and then market it right off the bat. You don't have to pay for anything until you get your sale. So say someone comes in, so you don't have to put up anything. All you have to do is pay $30 a month. If you don't have your own website, it's $30 a month for Shopify. If you have your own website and you just want them to facilitate the software, it's only $9 a month. So what happens is, so say someone comes through, they want to buy one of your shirts, they click on, they buy the shirt, the order goes through to the person who owns the app. This is called the drop shipper. So the order goes through to him or her, whoever owns the company. They create the T-shirt, mail it to your person, to your customer, and you take the difference. So when you put it on your store, the drop shipper charges a certain price, a certain flat rate price for the T-shirt. So say the cheapest would be like $7.50 for a T-shirt, and then they'll charge anywhere from $3.50 to $5.50 for shipping, right? So that's what you got to add together. So say if it's just $3.50. So at that you got what, $11? Excuse me. You got about what, $11? No, about $12. Is it $11? $12? No, $11. So that's your upfront cost. You can mark up the shirt to whatever you want. You can sell the shirt for $25, $30, whatever it is, and that's your, whatever that price is, the off the top. That's what your profit is, literally. So they order a shirt for $25 or $30. You take out $11. You've made $19 right off the bat, without even doing anything. Goes right to your account. You don't even have to, again, you don't have to send it to their house. The drop shipper, the account's already in there. Everything is done for you. Easy money like crazy.
Middleman at its finest.
Dude, easiest money. I mean, it's one of the easiest ways to make money. Now, conceptually, the behind the scenes work, you have to do your research and do your work. Just like anything else, it's how you tweak it. Once you get in, you're going to find the little the nuances of the business, and then you're going to tweak it, and that's called scaling your business. Meaning, I'll go in here, I'll put a product in. That product may not work for me. I'll test this, then I'll take it out. I'll test another product. You test product till you find out what's good, then you keep on moving. So that's Shopify. So that's one way in Shopify. So just to give you an example of a store or someone who's facilitated by Shopify, Kylie Jenner. Y'all know her, right? Have y'all heard how much money she's made in the last year and a half with her store?
I didn't know she was on Shopify. I knew she had a bag though.
I know she on Shopify. Yeah, the Kylie Jenner products that she sells, she got Kylie Jenner gear, products, makeup, all that shit. All of that is through Shopify. Guess how much money she's made in a year and a half? Throw out a number.
10 million.
Oh, you know,
50 million.
keep going.
$1 billion.
Keep going.
100 million.
Keep going.
It's got to be over $1 billion.
That girl has made $500 million in sales
I'm not surprised.
in 4 years.
She's a Kardashian, man.
Dude, Kardashian, but that's true. She has a way to sell her shit. But it's the ease in how she can make money. It's the ease. No, dude, she doesn't have to do anything.
No, you're right. You're right.
She don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. She don't gotta handle, she don't gotta go in here and literally click and say, oh, who I gotta ship this to? She has to do absolutely nothing. They buy the product, it comes automatically out of her bank account, the drop shipper literally charges her bank account, whatever, and the rest of that money stays in there. Easiest goddamn money ever. Now,
Yeah, but from a marketing standpoint, that's why I mentioned the Kardashians. But you are correct.
right. From the marketing standpoint, yeah, it's very big, huge. Now, but with Shopify stores, the marketing, how you market, is a big part, and they have ways around that of how you market. So the ways you market in Shopify are called influencers. It's called by influencers or Instagram influencers, and Facebook ads and email marketing. Those are the three major ways that you market in Shopify. And you want to hit them all hard. So again, I just want to go over some of the stuff that's, you know what I'm saying, that when you're in a business, what you're gonna need, what you're gonna have to do. So we went over your commitment and your patience, but your focus and your due diligence is gonna be everything. What you'll see a lot of cats out here who will say, oh yeah, I made $10,000 in a month, or $4,000 in a day doing this and this. And some of them may be true, some of them may be lying. However, it is possible to do it. And so for the people who did do it, how did they do it? So how the fuck did they do it? They just did it. They just stuck to the shit. They didn't get discouraged, or whenever they got frustrated, they didn't let that down them and say, all right, you know what, fuck all this shit. This shit is too hard. They just stick to it. See, this is why Caucasians make money. They don't get frustrated by all the other bullshit. They just say, whatever, nigga, they got one straight little focused mind, and they just keep on that shit. Like you got little kids who are 14, 15, 16 years old making $100,000 off of Shopify. Why? Because a 14-year-old kid don't have shit to do but study on how to make his store better. That's the focus that he has to have. But again, you can have that type of focus if you just understand what the end game. What is the end game? All right, I'm mashing out. This store can work just like anybody else's store. There's no reason that my store can't work as well as anybody else's, other than the Kardashian, because she got mad market. She got a TV show to market. But other than that, it's cats that are making crazy amounts of money, dude. Crazy amounts of money. So the other thing, and that comes down with the sacrifice. So when you're doing this, and it's not going to take a lot, but you are going to have to sacrifice. That's that time whenever you say, you have to weigh what's more important, what the priority is when you're doing this. Because the more research you do on Shopify, on the behind the scenes and the number and what it takes to build it up. And I'm going to show you one or two videos real quick. We're going to get into a couple of videos that I want to show y'all just to show you, to get you familiar with it. And then we're going to talk about, so from that, we want to take e-commerce, your e-commerce cash flow, and you funnel that into blockchain, cryptocurrency. See, you want to create a cycle. You want to get a full cycle going of this electronic commerce. We want all of this going. So you acquire. So again, so that was just Shopify. I haven't even told you about the other e-commerce business. The other e-commerce business is Amazon. Okay, so that's Amazon. It's called Amazon FBA, right? And so that's the FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. Okay, I don't think I pulled that one up. I don't think I had that one. But it's called Fulfillment. So Fulfillment by Amazon is basically it's sort of drop shipping, but a little different. Hold on. So hold on. Let me put this away. All right. So Amazon Fulfillment. So what you do, Amazon Fulfillment is a little harder, but overall it has the possibility of making more money because you don't have to advertise on Amazon. See, Amazon has hundreds of millions of customer traffic every day. So that's people searching for products constantly. So you don't have to advertise, just constant people just looking for it. And you throw your products in there. How many times you've been to Amazon and you'll see somebody with the same products? It'll be like 2 or 3 different, 4 or 5, 6 different shipping companies or sellers with all the same product. All of these people are making money crazy. Now, how you do that is you can buy the product yourself. So you go online, you check, and you see what Amazon, what we're doing today, I'm just introducing you to these different type of businesses. We can get, we decide to go, to connect and go through it, and we'll get deeper into them. But so Amazon, you can buy the products yourself up front. So this is what it's going to cost you more upfront money. So you buy the products yourself, you can have them at home. Then when you get orders off of Amazon, you can fulfill them yourself. Put them in your little package, send them out yourself, or you can take all of your inventory, send it to Amazon, an Amazon fulfillment warehouse, and they'll fulfill them for you. Now, Amazon's going to take 15%. Okay, so that business takes a little while longer to build up because there's little things you have to do. But once it builds up, you're making crazy amount of money. So, say, just to give you the difference in the type of money you can make. So with drop shipping on Shopify, you can make about what I've seen the most people making like $100,000 within a month. Like they're doing crazy amounts of money. And that's pretty much half and that's in sales, and you're pretty much getting more than half profit depending on how much of a markup you do on your product. Now with Amazon FBA, it's crazy. People are making $500,000 a month. This one lady, she started because she had 4 kids. And she had this job that wasn't paying enough money, so she started something on the side. And it got so big to where she built her own manufacturing company. Because what happens is now, once you get these products, these products come from certain places, but you can brand them with your own brand. You can personalize the products and create your own brand of these products. So you can do so much. You can do a lot more with Amazon as far as personal branding with actual products. So, and they have far more products through Amazon that you can push through Amazon. So, well, not far more products. I wouldn't say that, but I would say more product that people probably buy because they go to Amazon more. So that's Amazon FBA or Fulfillment by Amazon. That business in the long run will make so much money. Now, to get into it, is going to be trial and error. There's a lot of people they get into it and they lose money up front because they try to set up too many products right up the front, or they don't understand the whole totality of the game of focusing on the product, focusing on customer service. So it is a system of knowledge that you have to learn. But when you get into this now, but there are people who are teaching this type of stuff. We're gonna show you one guy really quick. So this guy, he gives you really pretty much in seven videos, he gives you the whole breakdown of how to build a Shopify business, right? So he goes from zero, literally, there's no store. He creates a store, and in 7 days shows you how to get at least $1,000 on your store. Now, I have the realnoggins.com, and my store is set up through Shopify. So I've dealt with Shopify for the last couple years. So, before I got into it, I did a lot of research. All the research that I did before I got into Shopify, this guy right here, he gives you so much of the game for free. If you just run in, mute your phone in the background. So, would that be Brian? Is that you, Brian? I gotta mute you. So check this guy out. So one thing about him, he explains everything 2 or 3 times, which I don't know, that kind of annoys me a little bit. I get stuff immediately, but it does make it very clear. So which is why I do like it. If you have a hard time paying attention, he explains stuff really thoroughly, which again is annoying to me, but it's probably a help to most other people. But he gives you the game more thorough than anybody else who's done this. And he does it for free. I mean, he gives you all his little secrets, all the little apps that he uses, all of it. He does this for free. So I just want to show you guys just a little bit of his game. If the computer start working. Come on, man. There it is.
What is up, everybody? My name is Rory, and welcome to part 1 of the Shopify Road to 1K challenge in 7 days. So in this challenge, I'm going to take a brand new Shopify store to over $1,000 in 7 days, from 0 to 1K in 7 days. So I invite you guys to follow along with me as I take this brand new store from 0 So in this series, I'm going to be going over Instagram influencers, Facebook, email marketing, everything you need to make your first $1,000 with Shopify. So I'm making this series to show you guys exactly what it takes to make $1,000 with Shopify. I'm going to be going over product research, niche selection, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, email marketing, literally every single thing you need to start making sales with your Shopify store. So over the next 7 days, I'm literally going to be covering absolutely everything you need to make your first $1,000 with Shopify. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer and start the... What is up, everybody, and welcome to part 1 of the Shopify series, where I'm going to try to bring a brand new store from 0 to $1,000 over the next 7 days. So I'm going to begin by setting up the brand new store to show you guys that it's completely brand new store I'm using. So I'm going to say Shopify series at Rory get 1K series. Create store. So as you can see, this is a completely brand new from scratch Shopify store. I'm going to attempt to bring this store from literally 0 to $1,000 over the next 7 days. So I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait to see exactly what unfolds when we get started with this store. So I'm going to say, I'm just playing around. Current revenue is 250K. Next. So I'm going to quickly fill in all these details and then we'll get straight into the store. All right, everybody. So I'm inside the dashboard of my brand new Shopify store. And I'm going to begin by installing a theme onto the store. So we're going to head over to Online Store and we're going to click on Explore Free Themes. So the theme I use in all of my Shopify stores is Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the best theme for Shopify. So we're going to install the theme onto the store. Okay, it's loading up. And now we're going to publish the theme onto our online Shopify store. Click Publish. All right, so this is how our store looks so far. It says 1K series. We have the skeleton bones of our store. It's looking okay. All right, so the next step in our store is to install the refund policy, terms of service, any disclaimers in the store. So to do this, we're going to head over to Settings, and we're going to click on Checkout. And then we're going to scroll down and Generate Sample Refund Policy, Generate Sample Privacy Policy, and Generate Sample Terms of Service. Click Save. Okay, so after that, we're actually going to set up the pages for the refund policy, privacy, and click on Pages, Add Pages, and we're going to say Refund Policy, click Save.
So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because this is when we go back in and we really get serious about it, we can watch this, but I'm just trying to show you how easy it is just to set up the account.
Gotta pay policy and terms of service and click Save. Okay, so then we're going to actually copy and paste all of the privacy policy, terms of service, and refund policy all onto each of these pages. All right, so we're going to copy and paste the refund policy, and we're going to head over to refund policy, click Paste, and click Sec.
So what he's showing you, there's already a refund policy. There's already a refund policy in there, and then you just copy it and click it onto your, and you can tweak it however you want. But you copy theirs and you can click it and paste it onto your own thing. Like it's that easy. Like you don't have to make up anything, but you can scale it or tailor make it to your own.
And then we're going to head over to privacy policy, copy and paste. Click on privacy policy and paste it in and click Save. And then we're going to copy and paste the terms of service onto the terms of service page and click Save. Okay, so now we're going to actually want to edit the checkout settings on our Shopify store. So you're going to want to say customer accounts are optional, require first and last name, company name is hidden.
So again,
tick that as yes. Ask for permission to send promotional emails to customers from your store. You're going to want to say by default, the customer agrees to receive promotional emails. This is really important. You're going to have that ticked off as by default, the customer agrees. After an order has been placed, will it be fulfilled automatically? Say do not fulfill automatically. And that's it. That's all you need for now. And we're going to click Save. All right, so now we're actually going to want to add our Google Analytics and our Facebook Pixel to our brand new Shopify store. You always want to make sure you add your Google Analytics and your Facebook Pixel straight away to your store. So when you start getting sales, you can then see the data and start scaling your store to thousands of dollars per day. So to add your Google Analytics and your Facebook Pixel to your store, you're going to want to click on Online Store and then click on Preferences. And as you can see, you're going to add your Google Analytics code and your Facebook Pixel code to your Shopify store. This is really, really important because you need to have both of these codes on your store to scale your store to thousands of dollars per day.
So what reason we're showing this, I'm showing you how easy it is for you just to go in and set it up. When I went in and set up the Shopify store, I had no idea about Shopify. Like I didn't know anything about it. The only I saw somebody had mentioned it on Facebook. I think it may have even been a promotion, and I'm like, what is Shopify? So I just went to the store. I mean, I went to the website and saw all the stuff about it and just start going through it. It was that easy to make a store. It's really not. It's really like all the stuff that he's doing. Like this is all the stuff that he's doing is easy too. But I didn't even do the rest of this stuff. Like the stuff that I got going, I don't even have this stuff going. But all of this is just easy to do, and I'm just trying to show you how easy it is for us to be able to make money. Like all you have to do is just follow instructions to make money. Like there's no reason that we should not be able to make money in today's time.
So to add your group, and you're going to be given a code that you can then copy and paste into your Shopify store. So this is super, super important, and definitely do not skip this step because it is really important down the line when you want to scale your store. So to add your Facebook pixel to your store, you're going to want to log into your Facebook ads account and click on Create Pixel. So you're going to want to say Next. And you're going to want to use the integration tag manager.
All right, so he gets intricate with that. When we get more into what, into the story we want to create, we'll watch that. We'll watch those videos. The best ones are probably to watch are probably episode 2. Actually, all of them. I'm not even going to give you he gives you all the stuff you need to create a store. Like out of everybody else, most people will try to give you a little tidbit and they'll try to tell you to come to some type of seminar or website or webinar that you got to pay $200 or $300 for, or some type of a program that they try to teach. This dude gives you literally everything for free. Like you don't hold nothing back. There's nothing like he say, if you want more of this, then come to my website. None of that. He literally gives you every single thing for free. So that's Shopify. Now I wanted to show you guys, just introduce you to drop shipping.
Yeah, you know what else is good about that too, Kev, is once you go to the digital world from the brick and mortars, you can also skip the biases that people may have, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where people don't know who they buying from, they'll still just get it, but if they see you standing up in there, that might be
right. Yes. Again, the store doesn't have a face, don't have a color. You can sell to anyone around the world. And this is what we're talking about. A lot of these cats who will be doing these stores, dude, they'll be doing the stores from the beach. They're scaling their stores from the beach or from some dude. They're chilling. If you got a laptop, you can do anything. So this is the lady who made $500,000 a month. And I just want to show y'all, give y'all a little bit of her. But the reason I'm showing her because she took her business to a whole different level. She took the product branding and created a whole manufacturing company. Instead of buying the product from somebody else, from another warehouse, a middleman product dude like Alibaba or AliExpress or wherever she's getting them, she has a literal manufacturing company. She was a dude. She had some little side job with 4 kids, and now she got a manufacturing firm. So this is just to show you if we stick to it. We just have the focus and stick to it. We can get this. We can do this and then funnel that into something else.
Here. So Angie, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. Let's share with the audience, kind of how you got started with Amazon. I think you started at ASM4, which is actually the time that I got started as well. So let's go back in time and kind of share your story.
Yeah, for sure. Well, okay, so it was a crazy time for me 3.5 years ago. And I was just going through a divorce after 26 years of marriage. So it was a huge change in my life.
So this is Amazon FBA, fulfillment by Amazon is what they talk about.
I found myself single with 4 kids, trying to support them as a single mom, kind of all on my own. And it was definitely rough. I was looking for a new opportunity. I was having changes also as far as jobs went, things like that. I was working a 9 to 5 at the time, and it was not working for me. I needed more flexibility in my schedule. I needed to make more money. So I saw some friends that were doing Amazon. They were selling on Amazon physical products, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. I like that there was sort of, it seemed kind of unlimited as far as you could make as much money as you wanted to.
Right.
Basically, you just add products, and it's like, okay. And I like that there was a freedom of time. I like that you could kind of do the business from anywhere. You could travel. You could be anywhere on a laptop and do the online.
It's very appealing.
Business. Yeah. So I needed to find out about it, and I signed up for the Amazing Selling Machine course. And
so your friends had taken that course?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they had done the course. So obviously that helped to see that they had taken that course and it was working for them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump on this bandwagon and see what this is all about. And I had to scrape together the money for the course. I had like no money. I was trying to figure this all out, but it was really good. And I had no real like e-commerce experience. I had never sold anything on Amazon. I actually had never bought anything on Amazon.
Wow. So you really were starting from scratch, like no experience.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And that's what I actually really appreciated about the course, was it was a real good gradient of understanding and some knowledge, and then like go out and actually do these steps. And it's like, okay. And I did the steps, and sometimes I'd have questions, or I'd run into something, and there's the whole community, and I can go in there and ask questions, and how do I do this? And it's great because you actually have mentors, you have support, people interact with each other. So it was really, really good, really helpful. And I just followed it, and I found my first product, and I was a little eager and anxious. So I found a product. I'm like, yeah, this will be great. I know this is going to be great. And I put it out on Amazon, and kind of before I finished really the training. And so my first product wasn't a huge success. It was like, okay, but it wasn't making me the money that I thought. And I thought, oh, I'm a failure at this, right? Then I went back, and my friend's like, no, go relook at the training because I think you picked your product wrong. And it was totally spot on as far as I did pick the wrong product. So I went back and changed the product that I actually added 3 more products after that, and they were all hits. So it was like perfect.
And just by following the Amazon training for the criteria for choosing a product.
Yeah, and that, that's interesting because anybody can sell on Amazon, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's definitely little tips and tricks about like, well, what is the right product, and how do you tell, and how do you know? And that's what I got from the course, was a little, extra little things on how do you pick the right product? How can you be successful? How do you get that in the rankings so that Amazon sends you traffic and you get sales? And that's what I learned through the course and through the community, and asking questions and seeing what other people are doing. It was extremely helpful.
Amazing. And so how long did it take you to actually start seeing profits? Because it's one thing when you have your product on Amazon, you're making sales, but you still have to spend money on like PPC. You have to do maybe some giveaways. And so there's quite a few costs associated. So you're kind of reinvesting all of your money back in, and sometimes you're just not seeing those profits. So how long did that take for you to see?
Well, I basically, and it's funny because I got this information from somebody else that recommended, 6 months, maybe 8 months of just put all your profit back in, because of course you're going to sell more product and you're going to need to buy more product, but then you need to add more products. So I got my first one going, and then I got a few more. So in 6 months, I had about 5 products. And by then I had rolled all my profit back in to expand that. And I didn't actually have to borrow much money. I think I maybe had a $3,000 initial investment in some inventory in that whole process. Otherwise, I just did all that through the cash flow.
Reinvesting.
But by 6 months, I was actually making about $60,000 a month in gross sales at about 25-30% profit. So at that point, I was actually.
Did y'all hear what she just said?
Yep, 60,000 with about 25% profit.
How much is that? We got some
about 15,000.
15.
Yeah.
She's making 15 grand a month profit, doing 60 grand in sales after 6 months. Again, you just have to stick to it. You just have to stick to it.
Able to kind of quit my 9 to 5. I was able to financially support myself, and I had money to roll back into it. So that was where I kind of felt things turn, where now I actually had a business. I could quit my 9 to 5. I could do this now full time. and I was making money,
Yeah.
like that I could actually take out now.
Yeah. And so now where are you at today? Because I understand you have more than 5-6 products. So, and you've built a brand. So maybe share a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. I have one brand. I have 40 products, and I'm actually in all of Europe. So 5 marketplaces in Europe, and of course the US and Canada. And I went from, that 3.5 years ago to actually within 2.5 years, I hit the 500,000 a month mark in sales.
Yeah.
And that was like, it was extreme. I mean, I never could have imagined that 2.5 years prior. It was not even, I just wanted to make enough money to not do my 9-to-5 job. That was my first goal.
That's usually everyone's initial goal, right? And then they realize, oh my goodness, there's so much potential here.
Yeah.
And like you said, you have the ability to scale it relatively quickly. And I mean, you're a great example of that. I don't think I've seen anyone scale as fast as you actually, and with 4 kids. So let's talk about that. How did you actually find the time to do that? Because it's already time consuming to do this business. If you have a full-time job, how did you manage your time?
I mean, part of it was sheer necessity, just like financially starting over, having nothing, having to support 4 kids. I was like, I need to somehow figure out financially how I'm going to do this. So, I mean, I cut anything out of my life. It did not contribute. It wasn't exactly like on the focus of what I was doing. So anything that wasn't contributing, I didn't watch TV. I wasn't going out partying. I was, anything that I worked, and I kind of nose to the grindstone. I like pretty much day and night as much as I could, learning more, staying connected with people that were doing successful.
What did she say that was just important?
Nose to the ground. I waste no time on nothing.
Say it again. Somebody was about to answer.
Staying connected.
Staying focused, basically. Just staying focused on the goal.
But staying focused.
Her people around her. She cut off people that.
She cut off things.
She cut out everything that wasn't add to her business.
Yes. She cut out everything that wasn't focused on that goal. Does that mean for all the time she has to cut it out? No. But she has to cut it out. She has a focus. She has a point that she's looking to, like, all right, this is where I need to get to right here. What do I need to get? What do I need to do?
Intention.
Right. To get to that point. All right. Is watching TV going to help me? No. Is hanging out with the homies going to help me right now? No. Is doing it? No. So everything that doesn't necessarily contribute to that right now, I can do that shit all later. But right now, I need to make some cheese. I need to do what I need to do to make some cheese. I got 4 kids. So all of y'all, I'll holler at y'all in a minute. So this is a lot of what melanated people don't do. We want to make money, but we still want to do every other thing that we want to do else in the world. Like, we still want to do this. We still want to go out and hang. We still want to watch TV. We still want to go to the movies. Whatever it is, we still want to live the normal, comfortable life, but not do what the hell we need to do to sustain, you know what I'm saying, a comfortable life. So this is why I show you, you gotta have the different mentalities that you have to have.
The business, so I could ask questions, really just getting a product going, launching it, and getting my next product going and launching it, getting my next product going. Like I just saw, like as soon as I had a product and it was making a little bit of profit, I was like, well, if you duplicate that many times, you have that much more profit.
Right. So,
I mean, anytime I would go to search for a new product, I would search for the next 5 or 10 products, and I'd start making a list. And so when I was looking at getting the next bunch of products, I was kind of already thinking ahead in the future,
right?
And creating packaging or creating whatever, the labeling, and that kind of helped me, I think, go faster.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I only focus on one product and that was it. It was done, and now starting over to find a whole new product, and it was always an ongoing process. And I even now I see how important that is on a regular basis. Of that has to be a routine of, like, you have to have a plan of how many products you're going to be constantly launching. I mean, if you want to play the game big, obviously you can have a few products and place your income, which is pretty easy. But if you want to build a multi-million-dollar company, And yeah, that's kind of the mindset. But it's all about mindset. It's scheduling, staying focused, because obviously you could get easily dispersed. You should do this, you should do that, you should do this market, you should go over here. Yeah. So it's like really.
So really what she just said, she was always thinking about the next product, right? That is the very definition of the word success. It means what comes next. So in order to succeed, you always have to be thinking about the next thing. Living in the now, you definitely want to be, you always in the now, but you're going to be living as well. Again, that goes back to the ancient Kemetans. When you see the hieroglyphics on the wall, you always see them with one foot moving forward, because they always understand we are in flux. We are in motion. We're never static. We never stand still. So it's always about what comes next. What's the next thing? All right.
We're saying on what's priority.
That's really valuable. Yeah. Yeah. And so now, where are you at today? I heard that you've started your manufacturing company. So that's an interesting twist on things. Not many Amazon sellers do that.
Yeah, it's interesting because I actually was debating that. And it was about a year into selling. I had another company manufacturing for me, and I had some issues with them. And I had some problems supplying. Actually, my top 5 products, they ran out of inventory, and I was running out of stock. And that is nothing you want to do on Amazon. You don't want to run.
Mute your phone. Mute your phone. I got all your stuff. Come on, y'all. Turn your life down. Mute your phone. All right.
Stock, especially on your bestsellers. And so that it really hurt my sales. And I was like, I don't ever want to be the effect of that happening again. So I was like, I'm just going to create my own manufacturing company. It's not something that everybody would do, but it's like I did have some experience on that, in the past.
So I just wanted y'all to see that. So I just wanted you to get to the part where she created her own manufacturing company. So just to see you how she scaled from not knowing shit, staying focused, just doing whatever, getting the information she had to get. Then ultimately, after 6 months, $60,000 a month in sales to 15 months in the profit, and then she scaled from there and scaled to her own manufacturing company from there. But again, all it does is just take the fact that you do it. Nike had the best damn shit ever. When the best campaign, marketing campaign ever, when they said just do it, because that's all it do. Literally, that's all anything takes is just to do it. And you can contemplate. It's called something called paralysis by analysis. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that phrase, paralysis by analysis. And you can be looking at some stuff for so damn long and be researching it and dissecting and breaking it down and be getting your opinions from here and getting your opinions from there. And while you doing all that shit, you ain't doing the actual thing. You're not doing the actual thing. So at some point in time, you got to jump your ass in the pool. Bruce Lee said that too. That was one of his famous things. He said, look, man, you can only practice so damn much. He's like, it's only so much practice you're going to do. And ultimately, sometimes you're going to have to get out there and fight. It's like, you can sit up here and do all these different, ultimately, you're going to have to get out there and fight somebody. So again, it's just to do it. So I want to get back to Shopify really quick because I forgot to tell you something about Shopify. Damn it, my phone just went dead. So Shopify, let me see if I can find what I found by doing Shopify. There's a company that actually allows you to pick products. So let me see if I can find that real quick. This is called Product Genie. So this is a new software that was created, and it integrates into your Shopify, and it actually does so much for you. Basically, damn near you don't have to do anything. It helps you. It picks your products for you. It switches in and change products out for you, like test products on its own. So again, we're just getting familiar with all this different stuff, but then we'll talk about the plan and the goal after this. But then just so that you guys are understanding and familiar with everything that's possible. So this is a Product Genie, or Product List Genie, I should say.
In your e-commerce business, but don't know what products to sell? Meet James, someone who is in the same position as you and is tired of just being in an analysis paralysis state, where he has all the necessary to start his e-commerce business, but he doesn't know what to sell. I mean, you already got the training, the software, the tools, the weapons, the insights, but you don't know what to sell. A lot of marketers have come to this issue, and having a product that makes sales consistently versus having a product that is not getting you consistent sales makes a big difference, to the point where you are either making money or not making money at all. Luckily, there is hope for you and James. Trust me, I've been on the same boat, and I almost wanted to give up on my business because I wasn't making consistent sales. I was tired of seeing others make great money with e-commerce and not knowing what products were selling like hotcakes. But today, everything changes, my friend, because I have right in front of you the solution that you've been waiting for. Introducing Product List Genie. Product List Genie is an extremely easy-to-use software that handpicks winning products by successful e-commerce genies. Let Product List Genie do all the hard work for you. All you have to do is rub the lamp, and Product List Genie will hand you what products to sell on your Shopify store. Just pick and choose what winning products are already selling. Not too impressed? Product List Genie is also a bridge between winning products and Shopify. So, with one click, Product List Genie imports and formats the product for you in your own Shopify store, all done with the push of a button. Pretty helpful, right? Now you can finally have winning products in stock ready for you to run traffic and sell. Isn't that amazing? But wait, if you thought this is the only thing Product List Genie does, you are wrong. Let me show you what makes Product List Genie the best e-commerce helper in the market. So you start using Product List Genie, and then what? Well, you have the products ready to be promoted in your store, but you haven't ran traffic to them. What a regular marketer would do is go on Facebook and start composing an ad. The challenge is that this takes time, it's cumbersome, and repetitive. Well, guess what? Product List Genie summons again to your rescue. And Product List Genie will export your product campaign into a file that you can upload into Facebook and have your ads generated for you. Mind-blowing! This is a huge time saver. What about video ads? Don't know where to start? Just request Product List Genie for one, and the Genie will say, "Your wish is my command," and you will be given a customized video ad for your product. Want to even have a customized landing page for your products? Say no more. Product List Genie is here to grant you the wishes that every e-commerce marketer has always dreamed of. Are you ready to have your e-commerce wishes granted? Try Product List Genie today for free. Website, productlistgenie.com.
So that's a company that integrates into Shopify and hooks all your shit up right off the bat. So the reason I'm showing you this is what I'm trying to say. It is very easy to make money or to get into the process of making money. Now, the work that you have to do is never going to be easy, especially depending on what your goal is. If you're trying to mash out, if you want your stuff to be super successful, then you're going to have to put the time and focus and that energy in. And that's in anything. That's in anything you do. But with Shopify, the thing that we didn't get into in Shopify, we can create our own stores. Or the great thing about Shopify, let me go to this page. Right there. Oh, wait a minute. So you can go to, let's see. Wait a minute. So This is the Shopify exchange. So this is a Shopify exchange. Now, this is where most people don't know about. This is if you're really into the e-commerce game. This is where you want to go, right? So let's do, let's see, categories. Let's just say drop shipping. So what this does is these are stores that are on Shopify that are for sale, that people have already created, have a revenue coming in, and you can buy them. Now these are the top stores. These are like top major stores. You know, this is revenue per month. Let's show you how much revenue per month. So this was $3,000. This one is $3,000. It has a revenue of $2,800 a month. So literally right off the bat, right here, somebody moving in the back. So literally right off the bat, you're buying a business with an income. Come on, you guys got to mute your phone. So let me click. So let's click into one so I can show you. So when you go to buy one of these, you're going to get all of the data with it, right? So average profit a month, you know, overall, total revenue, 14,000, how much is made overall, shows you the trends when it's made, when it's, you know, it's, the trending is going up, where it made most of its money, when it starts going down. So you can, it shows you this where you can start to tweak sales. You know, so total traffic, how much traffic, and so it shows you how much, when the traffic's coming in the most. I mean, this is complete data and analysis of your thing. So, and then it shows you what you get. So this sale includes like social media, you get all the social media accounts, you get the web domain, you get the logos. So some of these stores, if you can see, these are X'd out. Some of them you get the actual inventory if you're doing if you're doing a drop shipping store or like an Amazon store where you have actual product. And then you have some of these will give you personal support. So just so you don't have to just, if you're a new person who's coming into the store and you don't know what to do, a lot of these people actually help you after they sell the store with you. So I'm just sure this right here is where you can really get in the game, because this is where Unity comes in. Everyone can piece in a certain amount of money, buy a store already with an income already going. See, people don't, this is another game. Some people are doing this individually, but think if you got together and created a community of people who pitched in and bought these stores. Think of how many stores you can accumulate over a short amount of time, because they already have. Then
digital Black Wall Street.
Dude, then you funnel that into buying cryptocurrency. You see, now we got multiple stores pulling in major revenue, right? Now you funnel that money into the cryptocurrency game. And then we sit and you do two things. You buy cryptocurrency to invest, and then you can also buy cryptocurrency to exchange. But this will, if you see the whole game, the cryptocurrency game is is the major thing. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know about cryptocurrency. Does everybody in here, are you familiar with cryptocurrency? If you're not, say you're not. Everybody know about crypto, blockchain. All right, so if I know that. I was about to say, if I was asking questions, go ahead.
I know I got the idea. I just don't know like the whole tweaks and in between, like, you know, but I got the idea of cryptocurrency though.
Okay, so I want to know again. So when I'm dealing with people, information, if you guys have been to Real Nagas, acquisition and application of information is true knowledge. So whatever we do, we get into something, y'all guys decide to do something together with me, and or you guys go on your own, you do this. Information. You have to study and know what you're doing. I am the utmost stickler for that. Don't get into anything where you can't explain the business, because if you can explain it, that's how you sell. The best people are the best sellers are the people with the most information about a product. Then you can give good energy. But you don't even have to have good energy to make a good sale if you have great information on the product of what it can do. So getting into this type of stuff, we're going to have the same level of information. So blockchain. Again, so he said now he's the only one who he's answered. Now that means everybody else on here.
I'm in the God class, so I've been listening for a while, so I'm kind of familiar.
Everybody else in here know about the blockchain. So let me see if I can ask somebody. This is how I get down. Y'all act like y'all know something. I'm gonna ask you, just in case I need you to back me up. So, Justin, what is blockchain?
Blockchain is the way it's a system in where the ledger is updated simultaneously on all ledgers are updated at once. So whenever a sale is made or when a transaction occurs, all ledgers are immediately updated. So it's almost impossible to hack or to fake a transaction.
Okay. Now, if I was somebody new coming to you for information about blockchain, do you think I would know what blockchain is after that?
No.
Nah.
I'm asking
I think you'd have a better understanding, but you still wouldn't fully understand it.
Okay. Does anybody else? Anybody else? If you didn't know about blockchain, would you understand his explanation of blockchain?
No, because I think that the way he explained it is accurate, but it's more of the intricacies instead of the overall.
Right. You have pieces. You're missing some stuff. So, all right. Let me come to Brother Brian Elliott. Brian, come on, brother. Can you explain the blockchain for me, Brian? Brian Elliott, come on, brother. Where you at, man? Oh, he just listening? There you go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. There you go.
I would just say, simply put, that I can be able to get something from me to you. Blockchain is a technology that allows me to eliminate the middleman, where I can get something from me to you instantly. I guess, for example, we'll say the Ripple. I don't want to go into that, but just being able to get from A to B instantly.
So both of you guys have great elements. Both of you guys together, great elements. You got ingredients. All right, who can give me some more?
All right, I'm gonna try.
I can try.
I'm gonna try. This is Brian. All right, so as far as what they both are saying is true, but the way I can look at it is like when you go to a dealership, right? You know, that's the middleman, right? The dude that you're buying the car from. But so imagine you bought the car off somebody on the street. That's kind of how blockchain is. You're buying off the street, but at the same time, when you're buying that car, people can see that you're buying that car, as far as like proving that you actually bought that car. So they can see the sale. So if you come back and say, dude didn't give me that car, he can say, well, you know, I didn't get all the money from the car, you know, by selling it to him, right? You can see where if he gave you all the money, because everybody will see the transaction. Be like, well, he did actually give you all that money, and you're lying. You got the car, and you got the and he got his money. Or let's say you got the car. I mean, you gave him the money, but you didn't give him the car. You can see with the transaction, and that's what the blockchain kind of does. It don't show everybody exactly, you know, all this stuff, but it kind of shows where the transaction went, so everybody can see it. So you can't come through and say, "Oh, he hustled me out of the car" or something like that. So that's the way I look at it.
Now, would anybody know blockchain if he explained it to you like that?
Oh yeah, I think they would. I think they would.
Nah, I still think it's too intricate. Like I would say it would be a simpler way to say it, because when you're coming at somebody firstly, you have to be real basic. I think, like, you can't really start
It's
diving.
just a simple peer-to-peer network.
Who said that? Who just said that? Okay, keep going.
Exactly. There you go.
It's a peer-to-peer network that basically cuts out the middleman. It's not just, it can be used for, well, leading forward, it can be, I guess the music industry is actually starting to catch hold to it, because it's not more than just crypto. It's a technology in which you cut out a lot of the middleman and a lot of the processes that go on. Just like if Kevin is a rapper and I'm a rapper, I want to buy a beat from him. We can cut out a lot of the legality behind stuff and just shoot it directly to each other and be more profitable.
Right. Now, your peer-to-peer network is right off the bat. That's great. Everybody got great elements. If I added all y'all stuff together, we'd have a great meal.
But you gotta know what network is too. Some people don't know what a peer-to-peer network is too. So
right, because exactly. If you say big, if you go and say peer-to-peer, then you be like, nigga, peer, what peer? Nigga, Santa Monica peer or what? Redondo peer? Some niggas may not know what that means. So all of you have good elements of what it is, but you need to be able to explain it to someone who does so. In order for you to deal with it, if you're going to be in it, you need to be able to explain it to somebody else who doesn't know it pretty simply. You know what I'm saying? So anybody else want to try it?
Okay. In simplest terms, blockchain technology is actually the infrastructure technology behind cryptocurrency. For instance, you have a job, you work, you get paid, you get a check, you take your check, you can take it to the bank, cash it, you pay your bills. But when you take that check and pay it to the company or to the person, they have to take it to their bank and they have to cash it. They have to wait X number of days for that check to go from their bank to the other bank and for them to get paid. With blockchain technology, as they said, it is a peer-to-peer network, but basically what it does is cut out the middleman. So instead of having to go to a bank, you pretty much go to an exchange, which is kind of sort of like the bank. The only difference is it's a direct connection between person A, person B. There's no middleman, and everybody who's on this peer-to-peer network, which is the whole infrastructure, or all the people that are on this particular platform, have a ledger of all the transactions. So when your transaction goes through, everybody has a copy of that transaction. So there's no way that someone can say, well, person A got $10 when everybody else is saying, no, person A got $20. So that way, everything is on the up and up. Everybody can see the ledger, and there's no qualms about it because everybody is in unison.
Man, if you came to me and asked me to invest in cryptocurrency with that explanation, nigga, I'd kick you out of my office. I'm like, nigga, what you say, nigga? I'm like, nigga, I lost you at peer-to-peer, at network to network. No, you had great stuff, but when you start explaining it deep down like that, that's when you're gonna lose people. See, when right off the bat, you should understand it well enough to where you could say something like, and very simple. You guys get into the ledger part of it, which really doesn't make it doesn't make any sense for you to explain that part of it to somebody right off the bat. It can be more so cryptocurrency or blockchain technology is a digital network that allows me to send something to you without a middleman. Or you can say, when I say something, because the technology allows you to send it. But if you want to explain it in simpler terms, you can say money. Just keep it at money. So blockchain technology is a digital network that allows me to send you money allows me to send money directly to you, straight from my account, without a middleman. Now that's the simplest terms that you to get somebody involved with it. Now again, it's digital, so it's not necessarily money. It's tied to anything that can be coded digitally. But in order for you to get somebody, just say money. People know money. People don't know ledgers. They don't know peer-to-peer network. They don't know any of that. Just say, look, blockchain is a digital network that allowed me to send money straight from my account to your account, direct in seconds, without a middleman, without Bank of America, or without Wells Fargo, or without whatever bank middleman is in there. So you can explain it really simple like that, and people understand. Oh, nigga, wait a minute, I don't need. Wait a minute, or PayPal, or any of the other middle people that we all use to send people money. Cash App, Vimeo, all of these are middle people, right? Cryptocurrency or blockchain will eliminate all them niggas. So I can send, $10,000 to Raheem literally in 3 seconds instead of 4 days, which it would usually take whenever you're sending money through a middleman, especially like that. When you're sending something like $10,000, it take days. So again, just say you keep it at money, because that's what people know. You say it's a digital network that allows me to send money directly from me to you without a middle dude. That'll be the quickest way for people to understand. And if they get interested and want to go deeper into it, then you can kind of take them into it. But you guys have to understand it well enough, because everybody had a different sounding explanation. And all of you are right. There's like the certain things that blockchain would be able to allow you to do, but you guys have to get more articulate with that information. Because first of all, brothers are turned off by technology as it is, just because it's hard to learn. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of brother coders. You know what I'm saying? That's just how. Now you do see some, and we're starting to see more, but it's just not. It's not that many, of us who deal in the computer technology world. You know what I'm saying? So when you come real technical like that, you're gonna turn somebody off as far as that. So just keep it real simple.
It reminds me of that video you showed us, Kev. Remember one of our first God classes where the lady had to go through the stages of
explaining. Right. Yeah.
She started with the little kid.
Right.
And app. And
that's the video right here. Blockchain explained and one concept.
Yeah.
So everybody who's on here, this is an open playlist. This is the crypto blockchain playlist on the Real Nagas channel. So go through here and literally study all the information on blockchain and crypto, because you're gonna really have to understand or be able to articulate that before we get into it. Because if you don't understand it, or what I'm saying, on a conceptual level, then you should never be investing in anything that you don't understand. That's one of the very, that's one of the very first rules. But unless you got somebody, and this is what people, they'll get brokers where the broker understands, but a lot of people get ripped off by brokers. That's why you get robbed. So my philosophy is, don't ever put your money into something that you don't understand fully. No matter what somebody else says, how good it is, how great it is, if you don't understand it fully, then you shouldn't be fucking with it. That's how it is. Now, just a couple things. So when you're doing a lot of this stuff, just so how we saw on Shopify that the product list genie, that's a software that'll help you out. Now you can also hire people to help you out. So there are two places that'll do that. One is called so this one is called, this is Udemy. Have you guys ever seen this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Udemy, I have my boxing platform on here.
Yeah, that's probably seen it first.
Right. So this is a site where you can learn anything. Literally, you can learn anything. Watch. I'll put in coding. Watch. See, coding for beginners, coding. It'll take you anywhere. Now watch this. So from here, you have all these different people who have skills in coding. They'll create a whole program and put it on there for you to be able to study and buy. Look, $10.99. And these are like whole, when I say you like whole courses, so like let's click on one that has let's click on this one. So just to show you real quick all the stuff that I have in it. So this is all the stuff you'll learn in here. So class object, blah, blah, handle exceptions, all this. So C, I don't know if you guys know, coding is in different terms. So you got C, C++, C++. So this is just regular basic coding in C, right? That's just the regular basic coding. That's the name of it. So if you go down here, oops. So in the course, so this is the course, all right down here. It says the curriculum for this course. So this is previews. This is some certain previews of what you can have. So let's watch his preview.
So why would you want to pursue a career in coding? One reason is because of job outlook. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the demand for software developers will continue to grow at a rate of 17% until 2024. The growth rate for all other occupations is 7%. Another reason to pursue a career in coding is salary. The median annual wage for software developers, those who work on applications,
oh, sorry. I didn't want to, you should move on past that one. That seemed like that was a little too boring. But just so you could, I'm just trying to get you guys to see in here. So why you should learn C++. So this is just coding. So let's take it to something else. So say you want to learn Shopify dropshipping. Boom. All these different people will teach you how to drop ship. So what we were watching with that lady who scaled her business to $500,000 a month, she took a course called Awesome Sale Masters or something like that. And it's a course that costs $4,000. They teach you how to set up your whole business, your whole Shopify, your whole Amazon fulfillment business, all that. Now, again, $4,000. There's a cheaper course that actually teaches you to do the same thing called Amazon product something. And that's only $400. So it's at least damn near 1,000% less. But on here, when most people don't know about these type of sites right here, you can learn all of that for like $10, $11. Everything that they're teaching in those courses, and you have way more. So like, watch. Let's try like the different. Like these courses are long. Like it's not like some bullshit they put up there. They give you product. Look, they tell you boom, 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 boom. This is all these different things you will get to learn. So for anything, just so you guys from now on, if you need to learn anything, no matter what it is, you can go to Udemy, make an account and learn it for about $10.
So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Shopify Dropshipping Top 12 Products you want to really make sure you are checking them out and you are basically selecting one of them at least, So the second one is minimalistic watches. And what are minimalistic watches? Those are watches you can see from Daniel Wellington, MVMT watches, pretty successful ones. So those watches that, that are really, really basic. They have really basic design structure.
and they are really lucrative actually. You know, as you can see in the slide, watches has always been a trending and very, very well sold items in the e-commerce world. And, you know, they are really do a great job at selling themselves. And
so this is what
hello
it is.
Everyone, well,
I'm just showing you. So this is what it is. It's a series of videos as well as written text. They have books that you can jump into. I mean, all kinds of stuff that you can learn this stuff from. And I'm just saying this because when you get into this and we, you know, we're looking up stuff and we're trying to figure out, you have to get the knowledge. We always want to skip around and not get the information. It's the information, and then execution of the information is that's going to make you successful. As melanated people, we always want to find the shortcut. All right, well, I'll just watch about 20 minutes of this. I'll watch half of it. I got the whole thing. I just watched half of it, but I know everything they were saying. No, watch the whole goddamn thing. Watch it all. Get all of that information, because this is something that you don't do. You're not successful at it. So don't think that you can skimp some shit that, you know what I'm saying, that somebody put, you know, or skimp some information that somebody actually put in there for you to be able to use on purpose. And you're like, no, you know, I got that shit. Niggas are good for that. We are good for skimping on stuff. So when you guys do your research, go to Udemy. Another one is Skillshare. That's another.
Hey, Kev, quick question.
Yeah.
How long, like, once you, I guess, sign up for the course, do you have it for a certain amount of time, or is it something that you can download?
You have it forever.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so like if you signed up for mine, like you're a student, yeah, when you become a student, you're a student in this, you got it forever. You have literally lifetime access to the course. And these stay on here forever. Like as long as Udemy's up, this site will be up. I mean, your course will be up. You know what I'm saying?
But they have, just to add on to that, they have screen capture software though you could get if you want to just like archive it, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I guess you could, but you know, you can, and also Udemy has an app, so you can go to Udemy's app as well. But so then on top of that, so this is just learning the skills. Now this is another hack. So how many of you guys have ever heard of Fiverr? Fiverr.
Yeah, that Fiverr is beautiful for business, man.
Fiverr. So let's just do this. So we can go. Oops. So Shopify Manager.
Start outsourcing some things, man.
Well, this is a person. These are people who can literally manage your whole Shopify stores. See, Shopify Store Manager. Look at this. Now, Fiverr used to be $5 till just about 2 weeks ago, till they revamped their whole shit. Everybody used to have to start their gig at $5. Now they won't. Now they let anybody start their price of whatever they want now. But it used to be $5, and they would scale up depending on what you wanted. So if you wanted more stuff, they would say buy more gigs or whatever the hell it was. So it sometimes it would go straight from $5 to like $100. Like probably most of these does. Like so let's click on this one. So this is a $5. I would develop
I know it's still $5, man. I didn't know they went up.
Yeah, well, some of them are still for $5 and some of them aren't. No, sign in later. Dude. So right here, so $5. This is the gig. Now, that's gig quantity. So this gig apparently stays at $5. But sometimes when you click on the gig, it goes up. The shit goes up in scale. So hers is actually, this is only $5. So maybe you have to buy more than one if you want to keep tweaking it. But as you saw in the other ones, some are like 150 or like watch. So let's continue. Let me see if it gives me another price. No, that's it. No. Damn, this is only $5. Her gig is only $5, or this dude's gig is only $5. So what happens is you get 2 pages. Oh, this is what you get for your $5. And I guess if you want more, then you buy more gigs. So you get 10 products. He'll put 10 products in your store and you get 2 pages because he builds out your website too. You get a website with Shopify. And so you get to pick your template and everything. And so he'll do all of that for you, literally create your whole stuff. So I'm just trying to show you all the things that they have for you to be successful in this e-commerce game, because you're you got to understand that after you do this, you're worldwide now. So there's also another place called Upwork. Have you guys heard of that place?
Haven't heard of that one.
So let me go to. So this is Upwork.com. If you ever need a virtual assistant or any, you know what I'm saying, like you said, outsourcing, same thing. They just gonna cost a little bit more. But Udemy is a little different because you don't have as much contact as you would like with the people, because then you have to go through Udemy. But through here, you can set up your own connections with these people. So that's the difference. So like you can, let's see, web design, mobile, let's see. Oh, drop shipping. Drop shipping manager. Let's see. Oh, it's not gonna let me. So I guess you got to set up your account. But once you get in there, once you set up your account and all that, you'll see, and it'll be a list of all these different people at all their different prices. So let me try it. Did I spell it wrong? Did I spell drop shipping wrong?
I think you got it right unless you had a space to it. That would be all.
Oh, okay. So again, what type of work do you need? Oh, this is if you need work. So again, they have if you are a worker, if you're trying to get work or post a job, so you can post a job. So what most cats will do is post a job. So they'll say, I need I need you to manage my Shopify store, switch products, whatever. And so you'll put up how much work it is. You'll say about an hour of work per day or whatever it is, and then you'll post a job, and then you'll get a whole lot of hits back with people from $50 an hour to $3 an hour to $5 an hour. You pick the best one. So again, you don't have to work as hard as it as it may seem if you work smarter. So the guy who I was showing you who set up the 7-day course, he set up the Shopify store and made $1,000 in 7 days. This is one of the things he breaks off that he does. He's like, look, you got to automate if you want to get bigger and you want to do your thing. So automation is outsourcing your work. You have to do that. Okay. Let's see. So sales and marketing, they got all these email marketing, SEO, all of this stuff. I mean, so many people out here freelancing with no work. You can literally get anybody to do your stuff. So again, this is just an introduction to all the stuff that we can do, all the resources that we have available, and we just need to do it. So the investment group, the e-commerce investment group. Hold on, sorry, just got a text. So the e-commerce investment group, if you guys want to, I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. And I want to allow for people to be able to get into this so we can scale and create literally what my boy just said, Black Internet Wall Street, or melanated Internet Wall Street. I don't use the term black, but you know what I mean. We can get a network of e-businesses going, which can kill the game. We just need to be unified. Most of the people doing this are singular. They're single people because it's so easy. Most people say, "Oh shit, if it's so damn easy, I don't need a gang of people to jump in this with. I can do this myself and make $1,000." That's great. Anyone and everybody in here, y'all can do that. I've given you the information and the tools, and you guys can do that. But if we're trying to really get out of the game, we're gonna have to unify. And again, that's why. And I go back to Cop Stop Guardian. That's one of the reasons we created Cop Stop Guardian. Right now, Cop Stop Guardian is a 501c4, which, if you understand nonprofits, 501c3s, there's nonprofits, but most of those nonprofits can't be political. 501c4s can be political. An example is the NRA, ACLU, NAACP, and all the super PACs who give money to all these political people in order to get elected. But a 501c4 is just like that. Matter of fact, last week on Bill Maher, one of the dudes on the show, they were talking about how do you affect the election and this and that. And he was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know if we'll be able to do that, if we'll be able to change the elections and get that behind there, because you got so much anonymity. You got all these 501c4s and what do you call dark? You got all this dark money behind these 501c4s coming in. I'm like, oh shit. He just said 501c4. That's not a common thing. Most people don't know what a 501c4 is. He just said that on TV, and it went right on. It went right over everybody's head. Because 501c4s have political power. So in this damn society, and I'm saying you have to do that with Cop Stop Guardian. I'm giving you an example of why we started this, and the vehicles you're going to have. You're going to have corporations and foundations and things of that nature in the future in order to be able to move. If you're singular, you won't be able to be seen, especially in this new Trump damn world getting ready to come up. It's only money and no money. You got money? Great. You don't have no money? Cool. I mean, he's even telling, he's doing so much shit. He told the EU, he told the French president, Macron, he's like, why don't y'all break up out of the EU? I'll give you a better deal. This nigga don't know shit. You don't deal with countries on the low like you're trying to deal for some socks. He's like, break up on the EU. We'll give you a bilateral, a bilateral trade deal that's gonna be way better than the EU gave you. It's like, motherfucker, the EU is just not together about money. Nigga, it's about culture and resources and all kind of shit. So you don't understand. This nigga is crumbling the world as you know it today. Is not gonna be the same in 3 years. What are you gonna do to position yourself to not get fucked over by the new shit that's going on? That is the main reason I'm seriously coming together now, because I'm a loner. I'm an Aries. Just by nature, I'm more so of a loner. That's how I get down. However, through study and spirituality and knowledge and connection, I understand that you can't do anything by yourself. There's nothing you can't do anything by, well, you can, but you ain't. It's going to be a super small scale. In order to do anything great, you're going to have people. You have to get together with people of the same mind. So again, that's what this investment group was for. That I put it out there for you guys if you want to help, if you want to be a part of it. Because seriously, I'm doing this shit and getting the fuck out. Getting the fuck out of Dodge. Getting the fuck out of the way. Because it is about to be some major shit going on right now. I'll tell you what. Do any of you know why Caucasian people push abortion, push against abortion?
Because people are dying out.
Their numbers are already dwindling. They're already at a negative birth rate.
Right. Most women think it's against. They're trying to control the reproductive rights of a woman. That ain't got shit to do with it. The elite people who run the world know that they're dying out. So they don't want the Caucasian. They don't give a fuck if niggas. They could give a fucking damn if niggas are getting abortions. They don't want Caucasian people to get abortions because they dying out. Just as you saw this past week, that there were more deaths in America. There were more deaths, white deaths in America than there were white births this year for the first time ever in history. So they know they're dying out. Then think about this. Right after that news comes out, the judge, the Supreme Court judge, who was responsible for Roe versus Wade, which made abortion illegal. Abortion legal and federally legal. This motherfucker just said, he goes and says, "Oh, I'm quitting." He just ups right after they.
Oh, that was the same judge?
Yeah, the judge who said I'm quitting is the same judge who tipped the scales in Roe versus Wade. He's the one who went, and it was 4-4, and he's the one who pushed it over.
Wow.
So now he quit right after this damn news comes out that the white people are dying, that Caucasian people are dying. He quits, and now they're getting ready to put a damn judge on the Supreme Court who's going to overturn Roe versus Wade.
Wow, what a game, man.
Dude,
chess.
Dude, it's going down on a level y'all don't even understand. And you know who's picking the damn judge? The Heritage Foundation, the motherfuckers I told y'all about last week.
Damn.
Y'all didn't even look them up, did you? Nobody looked the Heritage Foundation up, did you?
I scammed. I ain't gonna lie. I scammed. I didn't really.
Yeah, I looked at that.
I took your word for it, man.
All right, when y'all did, I'll give you a shout out. When y'all did, I'll give you a shout out to all the niggas who wanted to be down and wanted to have the information. Y'all had it right at the beginning and didn't do shit with it. Look, y'all don't get it, man. I don't put information out so motherfuckers can follow me. I done told y'all this a million times. I don't care about who following me and who. I don't care about any of that shit. The information I get is directly from the universe to pass to you so you can do something with. I didn't know, man. I wasn't on the Heritage Foundation. The universe sent me that. And then I researched them and was like, oh shit, they're the motherfuckers who running everything in the world, or in America. Anyway, they literally produce all then they mentioned them again the other day. After the judge quit on MSNBC, they just said, well, Trump is he's gonna pick from a list of judges from the Heritage Foundation. I was like, oh nigga, he just said it. He's gonna pick from a list of judges created by the Heritage Foundation. This is organization on a level that we don't understand, but we better understand it and get there. It's fucking crazy. They got little sub-foundations, little sub-organizations. They got Masonic organizations for your kids. For the kids. Little side, dude, the fucking Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts are Masonic organizations. They're public Masonic organizations, but they come from Masonry. Then they got little organizations. Man, it is crazy. The level of organization that they got that we don't have, and if we don't start getting on that shit, we're gonna be fucked. So this is something we can do that we can mash out on. We don't have. It's not. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be a long mash, but we have to mash out hard though. From the inception, from the jump, it has to be. Commitment, like I said, patience, focus, diligence, but also accountability. If we get in this shit together, then everybody's gonna have to be accountable, including myself. Like if y'all need something and something was supposed to get done, or I said some shit was gonna end and that didn't get done, y'all hit me back. Hey, kid, what happened with that, yo? But it has to be accountability for all. That's what a successful business has. It doesn't let one motherfucker in his department fail and then everything else is going, and then hey Jim, we need your we need your data. I was watching LeBron last night and get that data done. Oh well, you're fired, Jim. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's how you get down.
I kind of equate it to the human body, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like if one of your organs was like, I'm taking the day off. I'm gonna go relax and shit. You'd be like, "Whoa, we need to breathe, though, man." I was like,
right. Yeah, exactly. What if one lung, one of your lungs just said, "Hey, nigga, I'm taking a break for about half an hour, my nigga. I'm good."
Right.
It's not gonna happen like that. You're gonna feel that shit. That system is going to shut down. The whole system is going to shut down. One of them kidneys shut down, and like, hey. what's going on here? We have to be understand and work the same. Organ is from an organism. That which one works. That with which one works. We have to be able to work together and get out of each other's way, but also aid each other at the same time. So again, this was the introduction to that. If we're going to do this, if we're going to do this investment group, I'm serious about it, and there's going to have to be 3 meetings. I'm doing 3 meetings a week if we're going to be doing this, because if we don't, we're not mashing out. We're not getting information. If we're not focused on this stuff, you got to, once a week does nothing for anything. If y'all understand, if you think about some shit once a week, you're gonna forget about it. You got to be on this shit, and that creates what? A wave of energy. Again, if anybody who's been in the God class, we learned about energy and power and waves and long wave and very slow, long frequency. Okay, but frequencies that are really high, these are waves move really fast. They go fast. That's what high frequency means. You hit it all the time. You hit it consistently, but on a very frequent basis, a very successful basis. We hit it once a week, that's a very low frequency. We may get something going if we're consistent with that once a week, but it's going to take a very long time. If we hit it 3 times a week, if we're into it, and we're over here, we're doing this, and this person is bringing their information, and this person is doing what they got to do, we're going to mash out. The universe has no choice but to get out of the way. We're all gods, and of one focus, the universe has no choice but to get it, not even to get out of the way, to help. Say, hey, you need this? Hey, do y'all need that? Oh, here you go. Did y'all see that? That's what the universe does when you mash out like that. So, again, get at me. If you guys want to be in this, and I'll send you a link to the next meeting. Anybody got any questions on from what we had today, what we're talking about today?
I got a question, Kev, along the lines of just the establishment of the business. Instead of doing the 501c4, can't you just operate in trust, totally private?
No. You got to have something to put in a trust. A trust is for assets. You know, if you don't have anything to put in a trust, you can't. You got an empty trust. Like, there's nothing in it. You got to have something to put in the trust. So this is how the game goes. You have to have both. You want to have corporations and trust. So you want to have corporation. A corporation is the public face that acquires the goods. It funnels it to the trust, which secures the goods. Corporation is the public face. Trust is the private face.
Gotcha.
They're both they're both legally persons, legal entities within the law. However, a corporation is a public person. A trust is a private person. You want to understand the two, but you need both. Because if you know any of the politicians, when they go to Congress, they get something called a blind trust. Well, all their money goes into a blind trust where they don't know anything about it, supposedly, which is bullshit. So that their legislation doesn't affect their wealth in a positive manner. So they're supposed to be able to throw their money in a blind trust where they don't know where it's being invested and all this and that, and it's just doing whatever it's doing. But they all have something called a blind trust, especially if you come in to public service as a millionaire. You have to have a blind trust. So these are the vehicles that they're using that we don't know about. We don't understand this game. I've understand it because I've been in it I've studied the law for 20 years, as well as business. I've been dabbling in business for all my life since I was 10 years old. So, I understand the mentality, how they have to do this type of stuff. My whole thing is I love people more than money, which is why you don't see me rich. But I got all the information in the world to create $1 billion. And I have all the motivation to do it. I just don't love money like that. However, money is a tool. When I have to get money as a tool, I will smash out. But my whole thing is more about bringing information and helping everybody else. So, but if we're going to be together, we're going to be unified. We all have to be in one mind and one commitment. You're going to commit to doing it. You got to commit to doing it, and that's just the way it is. And if you understand the level of success that we're trying to attain, then that shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't even be a problem for you. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there. Because once we get to that point to where we're making that type of money a month, we're gonna be like, damn, nigga, this is crazy. Then we're gonna be figuring out, what do we want? All right, what else do we want to do? We want to get to that point. Okay, what else do we?
Like
What
that
else?
mom that they were showing on there, the Amazon mom, where she just started basic and then she got so alive with it. Like, man, now it's just like,
it's
what
crazy.
I want to invest in now.
Right. Like, what she's like, dude, I didn't think about starting a manufacturing business, but the manufacturers I was getting my stuff from, they were fucking it up. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. I'll start my own company. Do you understand the type of power that is, just to be able to say, I don't got to rely on nobody else? We don't need many. Right. You don't need many to do that, but you do need to be together. Two people can smash out and make a super business, as shown with Google. You know what I'm saying? You can mash out, but you have to be connected and together. So now again with Apple, Wozniak and Jobs. So again, we have to be connected, of one mind. If it's not like that, and one mind also means we have to know the same stuff. We have to be equally informed of what we're doing, of the business that we're in. If we're not, then it makes no sense. So I left on the Real Naga channel. There's the e-commerce. There's the e-commerce playlist, and the guy who he has the 7-part course. I really want you guys to watch him, because he's really cool. Like, what he starts to do on days 2, you'll start to see him set up his product. Oh, I didn't even explain this. So how he makes money. This is another ill way you make money. It's called free drop shipping. And have any of you guys ever heard of that?
Yeah, that's actually what I was. I'm glad you showed me this, because I was gonna pay for a dude that was gonna be doing it, but you just jumped in with this, and it's like, man, cool.
Well, what free drop shipping is you take a product, like, so what he'll show you is he created something called Lion's Jewel. So he went to like Google Trends. He did this. That's what I'm saying. This dude gave you the game. So this dude did this. He went to Google Trends. He saw what was trending as far as like products and stuff like that. This is what Google Trends will show you. And that's what businesses do. That's why you create business plans and stuff like that, because they show you trends. You want to know how everything is trending. You get in on the upswing, not on the downswing, right? So in Google Trends, you can look up different products and stuff like that. So he looked up and he found that Lion product was going pretty well, right? So he created a store called Lion's Jewel. And then he went to AliExpress, which has AliExpress. It's Alibaba, but it's the so if you don't know if you heard of Alibaba is the drop shipping store in China that has everything. They literally, you should do your research on all this stuff before we come back, and get back into another meeting. But Alibaba is the main people. AliExpress is like their offshoot, their quick arm of their quick drop shipping arm. So you go through AliExpress, you can get any product. So he went and got a lion bracelet. All he went just got a lion. Literally, the bracelet was like 99 cents, right? It's like, but it had like a little gold-plated lion face on it. It was black, beaded, and like a little gold-plated lion face on it. And what he did was he gave it away on his store for free. So he said, product free. So with the product free though, on the shipping, he charges $9.99 for shipping. The product only costs him 99 cents from AliExpress. To ship it from AliExpress is only like $2, I think. $2 or $3 or something like that. So he's making profit like that. So when most people see free bracelet, free Lions bracelet, You just pay shipping. They go in, and most people think whatever you pay for shipping is what you pay. You can mark up your shipping however you want in Shopify. So say if I'm selling T-shirts and the T-shirt company is charging me $3.50 to ship it, I can charge $8 to ship. So that's another way to recoup your money on the back end price. So you don't have to put it on the price. So I can sell a shirt for $20, but then make the shipping $7, $8, $9, $10, and then that's what you getting that money on the back end once they take their little $3.50 off. You see how much money you can make doing this type of stuff? It's crazy.
Yep. Just a heads up for everybody. AliExpress, you could actually just get the app and just to get with it, and it's like Ali, like Muhammad Ali Express.
Right.
And it's just to familiarize yourself with it. It's tight though.
So, and yeah, AliExpress. What's another one that I think uses it like that? Wish.com, which is I think who the Lakers are hooked up with, but they're all same thing, drop shipping. It's the wave of the future because the internet is how people live today. Now, think of getting into this, and then we don't even understand how blockchain is going to change this.
Exactly. That's what's crazy, man.
Yeah, blockchain can change this and make this something completely where I can just send you something immediately through the blockchain. I ain't got to deal with none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to be in at the beginning. Fuck getting in on the end where where niggas always do. We don't even get in at the end. We get in when some shit is dead. Like we don't even get on the last string. We get into some shit is literally dying. And we try to jump on the fucking ship when there's fucking 3/4 under the water already. Like fuck that. Let's do this shit from the jump. Let's embody the true meaning and essence of success and think about what comes next. Let's always be on that. All right, we got this. All right, what's coming next? All right, this is rolling. All right, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? If we always do that, we'll never be at a loss. It's only because we don't do that as brothers, melanated people, that we always getting caught behind the 8 ball. We always happy and thinking about what they got us so damn scared and fearful of not having now that we don't give a fuck about what's coming next. We need to get rent today. I need to get a sandwich today. I need to, I need to get to the, wherever I got to get to today. That's by plan. That is literally by design. Start thinking about what's coming next. That's how you're going to succeed. So again, everybody, go to the crypto blockchain playlist in Real Nagas. In the Real Naga site. But so just real quick, so I just see this Google Trends, and so it'll show you can pick trends in different states, in different countries. It's just, the level of sophistication and resources available you to help you succeed doing all this stuff is crazy. You just got to do it and put it all together. And most people think, oh man, damn, what? Oh my God. Like, look at to show you all this shit is trending. Lonzo Ball, Uruguay and Portugal. I guess that's the World Cup. What is that Drake Scorpion song? I don't even know what the hell.
Yeah, his new album just dropped yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I ain't heard it though, so I don't know, but it's been trending though.
But look, 500,000 searches. Let you know what's going on. Like, it's crazy. Let you know. All of this shit going on. Right from there. Like I said, he put in Lions apparel or something like that, and it showed, or he just was searching, and it showed what he was looking at. He saw lion gear or lion apparel actually trending, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna start me a lion store. And he did that, and he started making money immediately. So the funny thing was, I forgot to tell you, my bad. The other thing is called influencer marketing. So influencer marketing is where they go to Instagram, and you pick someone with about at least 400,000 subscribers or followers, right? What you do is you go to them and you offer and you say, can I place my product on your Instagram site? And they'll do it for a certain amount of time. Usually they'll make a deal with you. You can do it for 12 hours, or you can do it for 25 hours, 24 hours for this amount of money or whatever. Usually it costs you about $20 for like 12 hours. Some you can tell me like $20 for a whole day, but that's about it. And you get people from those sites. You got 400,000 followers on that from that person's Instagram. And they're constantly posting. So what they're going to do is see your thing. So what he did was, it was funny. When he made his site, you're going to see this when you watch the videos. He went and found like some nature Instagram channel station, right? Or whatever it is, page. And it had like 400,000 followers. Just some nature nobody even know about. He goes and offers them $20. They put his ad he made from his website. So it's click. Basically, you put your website click. You put a little poster or whatever of your product or whatever, and you put your website with the click right to your website. And this fool just started making a gang of money. So it's funny, towards the end of the 7 days, he's supposed to make $1,000, but what you actually going to see in his store is like $4,400 at the end of the week. So he went from zero money, no store, as you just saw. What he made at the end of the 7 days, what you're going to see in the store is $4,400. So again, it's insane of what you can do. You just have to do it and have the information, and we can do that. That's how most people make their money though doing this. Is Instagram influencers or influencer marketing. And so once you get big enough, you hit up them big cats. You know what I'm saying? Got a million followers or whatever the heck it is. Pay them a good $100, $200 to post your stuff for a day, and you got crazy traffic from that. It's like fucking amazing, crazy goddamn traffic. So look at this. This is Argentina and France. 1 million searches. Over 1 million searches. Look, this is crazy. This is fucking insane. So many ways for us to do it. So many ways for us to succeed. You saw Product List Genie. That'll do everything for you if we implement that. So again, just get familiarized with what we're doing or what all this stuff is. Because the plan that I was thinking, Shopify drop shipping first. We focus just on that. Once we get that going, then we move to Amazon fulfillment. Or the plan could be half of us drop Shopify and we commit to that, and then half of us in the group focus on doing the Amazon. Now, I'm always about balance and doing two things at once. Case in point, there's two ride companies, Lyft and Uber. You guys heard of those, right?
Right.
So a lady picked me up the other day. I called Lyft. But she was a Lyft and an Uber driver. She had both her little phones going on her little thing. She was funny. And she had moved. She was only in Los Angeles, and she was from a place called Bakersfield. If you don't know California, Bakersfield is about a good 100 miles outside of Los Angeles, at least. About 2.5 hour drive. So I'm like, what are you doing in LA? She was like, well, I Airbnb for the week. And I go back to for 5 days out here, and then I go back to Bakersfield for 2 days or a day. I'm like, what are you doing that for? She's like, well, I got property out in Bakersfield. I got an apartment. I'm like, you got an apartment? She's like, yeah, and my tenants just busted my pipes, so I got to make some real quick money. I'm like, you gonna make some real quick money for your apartment building out here? And she was like, yeah. She's like, if I hit this hard enough. I was like, well, how many hours you do it a day? She's like, well, about 18 full. She's like, I go from about 8 in the morning to 12 at night. I'm like, damn. And she was like, well, that's not all. She's like, sometimes I'll take about an hour break, 2 hour break, but that's the time I go, from 8 to 12 a.m. I was like, well, how much you make? She was like, oh, if I do it right, I can make good 10 grand in a month. I was like, what? You can make 10 grand a month? She's like, yeah, because I hit all my bonuses. So because Uber and Lyft give you a certain amount of money for picking up a certain number of people every week. So I think for Lyft it was like 240 people. For Uber it's 320 people. So she hits both of those, then you get a bonus. I'm like, damn. Like you just do. It is so many ways for you to make money. You just have to do it. So she's doing both, making 10 grand a month. Again, I say so. Again, you got Shopify dropship, you got Amazon fulfillment. If there's a lot of people in here, and this doesn't take many people to do either one. Matter of fact, one can do either, right? So, but many minds on one will help us scale at a greater rate. So we can say, some people can say, all right, we're going to do the Amazon fulfillment. We're going to do the drop ship. We're going to do Shopify drop shipping and literally be working have both oars in the water, moving the boat at the same time. Now, or if you're not comfortable with that, you guys don't, we can do Shopify first and then Amazon later.
Shopify.
No, let's do both.
See, see, all it is going to take. So we'll get a numbers count and see who wants to do Amazon and then who wants to do Shopify, and then we'll split them up and then we'll have teams doing both. Because then once we do that, but the other thing is once we come back together, you got to create names, business names. Now, for the Shopify, if for selling clothing or whatever, like you can do different Shopify stores. We can do a clothing, we can do main products. For clothing, I had an idea of doing like T-shirts with a lot of, because I got all this damn information in here. So doing T-shirts with a lot of conscious information, a lot of conscious quotes on it and shit like that. But you can't find the website, the web domain. Like these people have bought the web domains and they hold on to them, forcing you to pay all this damn money to buy them. So like conscious gear is taken, woke wear is taken, conscious clothing is taken, conscious gear is taken, and they all and they want like $50,000 for the damn name.
Yeah, you ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. I said you ain't lying because I just recently started. It's funny that you're talking about this because I recently just started my clothing stuff for myself. And when I was trying to look for it, I was having a hard time because I just did the Shopify thing just like not that long ago, and I'm like learning about it and stuff. But when I was looking for the name I wanted to use, I was like, damn.
I'm telling you, man, somebody sits back and just thinks of all the names of all the names somebody could come up with. Goes and buys all that shit off of GoDaddy for literally $1 and charges you $50,000 to buy the site.
It feel like it's like real estate with these names and website names. That's what they're doing. They're like waiting for somebody to come.
Well, when the whole woke thing comes out, they jumped on that. Everybody go, oh, somebody gonna want to do about woke clothing or woke gear and woke wear. I mean, dude, they jumped on that shit like a motherfucker. I mean, conscious clothing, conscious gear. So I found one that they don't have, but if y'all in on it, I'll let y'all know on the next meeting. Everybody hit me back if y'all want to get down and do this e-commerce investment group. Because once Donald Trump ruined this motherfucker, trust me, I'm bouncing. Donald Trump ruined this motherfucker, nigga. It's time to bounce. Get the hell out.
We want to just hit you reply to the original email, or?
Yeah, everybody replied to the original email. If you guys are down, then I'll hit you. Yeah. With the next next meeting, the next Zoom meeting.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, Kevin, you ain't playing, man. I was looking for. Like I said, I recently did it, and I was looking for it on the website, and I was like, damn, I can't find a website I want.
See? and that's a money game. See, everything is a money game. Oh, I'll just go buy websites motherfuckers will think up later. And then they sit back, and if you want that website, and if you're starting a business, if you got you know what I'm saying, you got a game partner who's a venture capitalist who invested in your business, and this is the name that you want, is the name you come up with, you're going to pay that money for that name.
I believe that's true, but all I did was just come up with a different name.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
Well, I just came up with a different name that fits the website that I was going with. It's very simple and stuff.
So see, and that's how you want to do it. But you know, right now, again, there's strength in numbers, man. That's why Caucasian peoples are always together. They always linked. That's why they got damn Masons who are that's like 2 million Masons in the world or some shit like that.
But yeah, I'm gonna reply to that, even though, like I said, I just started my stuff, so it could help me with you know, the website and everything I did and all that stuff, as far as the shirts and everything I made up. So it'd be cool to learn some more stuff.
Well, hey man,
and try to help what I can.
Hey,
Man, I'm about to start something. Shit, it's easy.
Hey, you want to see the website?
Huh?
Hey, say it again.
I said, you want to see the website?
What do you mean? Your website?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what is it?
nzsupply.com. I just recently did it because I couldn't do NZ because it was that's New Zealand.
Right.
And I was like, damn. So I changed it up.
Oh, there you go. See? So something like this. So, bam. Real quick. Knowledge, energy, outputting, and what is that?
There's a Muslim name.
Oh, Zaka?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta look up the Muslim name. It means pretty much what it's saying is the name is it represents intelligence, acronym, and pure honesty.
That's what's up. Where'd you go through? This is Shopify?
Yeah.
Okay, see? So, again.
Hey, I want to ask you something. What do you think that look like right there? The one eclipse.
Which one? This?
Yeah.
You saying what do I think it look like?
Yeah, what you see?
Sun and the moon.
There's something else. I want to know if somebody else see it. There's 3 things that I thought people that you might see.
An eyeball?
It's y'all supposed to say an eyeball?
That's what it is. It's the sun, moon, and the third eye.
Right, right here.
Looking up.
Right.
So right, did you position it that way?
Yeah, I position it that way. It's the other side, you know, the all-seeing eye, whatever you want to call it. But,
Right.
But I don't think a lot of people don't see that. They just see the sun and the moon every time I tell my cousins and all that. They're like, oh, I just see the sun and the moon. I'm like, okay.
Well, that was
Subliminally, they still getting it though.
right. So again, like I said, doing this, you know, you can do this on your own.
No, but I want that. Yeah, I want to do. I don't mind trying to, you know, learn what, you know, try to. Because I just did this with somebody I know. So, like I said, I'm willing to learn more and try to help with this because it makes more sense.
Damn, nigga, you got your shit is $35. I need to go change the prices.
Hey, man, them is the Gucci shirts.
Change my prices, nigga. Damn.
Hey,
$35.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I did that because we was doing a bunch of. I was like I said before I came on, I was doing a little bunch of research and I kept looking. I was like 25, and he was telling me, he said, "Nah, man, go look." So I started looking at all these people's stuff, and they're all 30, 35. I was like, "What? Why is it so high?" I was like, "Damn, people charging this much for shirts? 30, 35. Some people charging 45." I was like, "Nah, I ain't about to do all that." But
right. Well, yeah, you want to keep it. This is the thing. See, most people don't understand how to do on the back end. See, you didn't understand how to set your shipping. You wouldn't have had to do that. You could have did $20 here.
Look, I might go back and do it now since I realized that.
So yeah, that's the way. So you don't look like you gouging motherfuckers right up front. You know what I'm saying?
But I like I said, I realized that when you were showing that, like I said, I did some stuff on my own, but I didn't really. Like I'm gonna go look at the other stuff you're talking about and do some.
Who did your design?
I came up with it. Me and my.
Who drew them?
Well, I drew some of this by hand, but then he drew them. My boy drew them on the. He saw my design that I drew, and he drew them on the because he. You know, I built websites.
I should have been wearing this damn shirt on Monday.
You could do Photoshop. I'm pretty efficient in Photoshop. You could do a lot of that in there.
He pretty much because that's what he does for he makes websites and make designs. But a lot of these designs, everything you see, I actually drew them or had an idea about them, and then he just was able to do it on there because I don't know how to really, and I need to learn how to use the computer so I can do it because I was drawing stuff by hand.
No, that's dope. Is anybody else on here draw? Then who can draw? Or either computer draw, digital drawing, or either one.
Nope.
Nope. Nobody.
I'm pretty good in Photoshop itself, but I like the actual drawing. I don't really get into that too much. But I can put some stuff together though.
And then like that one right there was the one that said just use it.
But see, okay, but just that right there. See, it's 12 of us in here, and I just said who can who knows some computer drawing. None of us know that. That's a problem.
Right. We can go to that website, that Demi website, and learn.
Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Fiverr is going to get somebody to do it for you. Udemy is going to teach you how to do it yourself. Remember, teach a dude how to. If you ever do to fish, or teach a dude how to fish. So, that depends on what you want to have there. What's more efficient for Fiverr? Using them as managers of your business. They're just going to be doing some back end stuff. Also, again, which most people don't understand, what you can do is see the Shopify exchanges is what I was talking about too. See, I didn't show you guys all I showed you was the ones that cost a lot of money, but some of those Shopify exchanges only cost $50.
Hey man, I saw some. It was something that I was looking at on the recent. When you showed me it, some people was like, "Oh, just 2,000 or something like that." And when I saw how much they were producing, I said, "That's not bad." And there was something lower than that, like you said. You just got to keep on.
Yeah, they'll once you go on there, you'll be able to type in the different categories and you can search. So there'll be a search that says starter shops, and then these are templates that somebody has made. They literally all the stuff that you just saw that guy doing, where he went in and he had to do the privacy policy and the terms. Somebody's already done that for you for $50. And so you go in, you buy that store, and then you have to then they put the products in there for you too. But then you have to go do the marketing and all the rest of that shit, set up the website and do all that. But the store is set up; it's already made. So a lot of those are only $50. Then you can get people with stores for about $300. They set it up. They've been working it for about 3 months. They got a little revenue going, and then you can buy them you can buy those for $2.99 and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different stuff we can do. That's what I'm saying. You can create a network of stores. We just need to start. You start with one. You start with one main focus, and then we grow from there. But it has to be that one main focus on what we want to do. But we have to be together on it. That's the main. And no matter what it is, whatever the hell it is, we got to be together. Whether we're all going to start one Shopify store, whether we're going to split into teams. Some people going to do the Amazon fulfillment, and we do the Shopify. Because the Amazon fulfillment takes a few more months. So to get started on it earlier would be even better. But the Amazon, just so we know, Amazon fulfillment is going to take money to start. That was my main reason for starting it after, because whatever product you buy, you're going to have to invest about a good $3,000 in the product. So just so that the Amazon store is probably going to be about $4,500 of investment to start, because you're going to have a product, and setting up all the other shit around it. But once you do, you see what you get back on the back end once you really hit it. Just on some light stuff, $60,000 a month. On some hardcore, hitting it, $500,000 a month. Which I know, if we started producing on that scale, we could change everything. If we could show other melanated people that you could produce this type of money, you can make this type of money without even having to put up a lot of money.
It'd be crazy.
Like, dude, so that's why I said, if you want to do that model, we start with Shopify, get some stores going, get a real good monthly revenue going, and then put that money into the Amazon fulfillment, then get that matching. Or if we really about it, like I said, we can really.
Yeah, Kev, because even if you took like that 3,000 and divided it into like 12 of us folks, that'd be only like $250 a piece, truthfully.
Right.
when you kind of deviant it out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
and we all got melanin. We'll figure it. Yeah, let's do both. Come on, I'm trying to get this money.
All day.
He said, I'm trying to get this money. We know this is not decision time today. I only came to today with information time. So again, we're all gonna go back. You have to do your due diligence, study everything. I'm gonna send this video out to everybody once it gets uploaded to the computer, so we can go over it. I may even try to even post it to the Real Nagas channel, just so everybody can have just access to it whenever you want. And but again, go over the information. Then when I send out another one, back together. What's today? Saturday. I'll send out another meeting. We can do another meeting on Wednesday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I'll give a feeler with everybody, which day everybody can do better, and we'll go on from there. But it has to be consistency. Consistency is always the key to anything, man. It's always the key, no matter what. Even if it's getting a whack ass song liked. How many times you heard the damn whack ass song, but you heard it every hour on the hour, and then you start liking the shit?
Whole generations like that. There's
whole generations like that.
Repetition is
repetition is the key. And that, why is it? Because you go back to it's a wave. It's a constant wave.
And creating that synapse you was telling us about too.
Yes. You want to constantly be hitting the wave. Again, if it's consistent, if you hit like this, that's a wave. That's a consistent wave. It's not fast, but it's consistent, right? Or we can hit it like this. That's a consistent wave. It's a little faster, but whatever it is, it has that pop has to come at the same time every time. Okay, so whatever we do, it can't be some hey nigga, I couldn't make it this week, or figure this shit out. I'm about to figure that motherfucking shit out.
Yeah, I'll be here, bro.
All right, y'all.
It'll help me with my stuff, because you already gave me some ideas about the whole shipping thing. I didn't even think about that.
See, hey, dude, that changed the game for me when I found out about shipping. I was in the business for a good 6-7 months before I changed my shipping. Like, I was like, shit. I went in there, was like, change shipping. I was like, wait a minute, what? And I didn't even watch a video for that. I just went in there on my own. I was like, hold up, man. These niggas is charging way too much for shipping. I was like, dang. I went in there, like, manage your shipping. And I was like, what? And then it was like, I was like, damn. And you can put the shipping anything you want. I was like, oh.
And this is going for like this right here, all this stuff. I have way more stuff that like I got a bunch of sayings that I always think of and stuff. So this ain't even all the stuff I had. So that's why I was saying this is just a little bit for me for this. But I usually come up with stuff all the time. I just end up not.
Right. So, man, if you got pretty far charging niggas out the ass for these t-shirts though. But you got pretty far. You got pretty far.
I'm gonna grab one of the shirts, man.
These are dope. I like that no excuses.
Hey, if you look at it, they all got meanings to it. Like everything got a point to it. You know what I mean?
There's no exclusion, so it's dope. I like that. I like all of it.
Like the question, that's how you up here talking about. I've been thinking about that for a long time.
Yeah.
And then like the one up there, you see how the N and the Z position. That's the thing I got. If you look at it,
Somebody mute your phone. I can't hear him talking. Whoever's got the crumbling paper in the back. All right, go ahead. Say what you were saying.
I was saying, like, if you look at it, right, it's a square. So I'm like talking about you gotta be on your square with the N and the Z.
Oh wait, hold up. Oh, here?
No, just right here, like just the main logo, the N and the Z.
Oh yeah, right.
And if you look at that right here, where that's a square, right? But if you look at this one right here, where it's spelling around it, around the I, that's a square right there too.
Which one?
One right, go down.
Where? Here? Oh, here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just tilt the square to say, look at it from a different perspective.
Yep. Man, I'm telling you, man. We again, you got some dope stuff on here. You want to have different. You have one color.
No, I know. I was planning on. I only got one color right now because we was talking about. I was thinking like maybe I just do another black right now, then pull out the other one later.
Right. No, I add different variants later.
Yeah.
But again, so
I'm
what
gonna
you've done, is ways to tweak this. We just need to come together and systemize it out.
Yeah,
So-
but like I said, I'm willing to help y'all. I'm willing to give me my ideas for whatever, because I don't mind. Look, working on this and then working on something else with all these other people up in here. 'Cause, you know.
Yeah, man. You know, it's all about the unity. Also, once we do this unity store, you know, this e-commerce thing, I'll be able to promote this on the show and tell people and drive traffic to these stores, based on the fact that it's a melanated investment group. It's not just we're not just sending you to the store just to send you to the store, but you know, this is a melanated investment group that we're really mashing out with, and also we want to create an avenue to where other people can get involved and create and make the group bigger, man. The more people that we have, because we're going to have to have investment or dues. That's the only way a community or a group works. Like anything that you see, again, I go back to Caucasians because their organization is off the chain right now. Anything that you see they do, they have to give dues because it costs money. So or investment too. So, and that's the other mentality that brothers don't have when it comes to unity. Everybody's about unity until it comes to coming out the pocket. Then everybody be like, oh yeah, nigga, oh my God, oh hey, oh hey, oh. So just right off the bat, that has to be understood. That's part of the sacrifice. But you're sacrificing for the greater gain in the end.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. You know, because that's what the way I look at it is like if you want that energy to come back, you got to put it out. So that's why I, you know, put this and do that, and I don't mind work. You know, like I said, this is stuff I did, but what I'm saying is I don't mind working with some other stuff to try to work. You know, build on some.
Exactly.
Because that works for me. Whatever I can to, you know.
Well, like I said, you guys are gonna go, and now you've seen all this information. You guys are gonna go study some stuff on your own. If you're serious about this, you will be doing that. Whatever other stuff you got going during the week that is not really important, that's not gonna make you money, y'all should be fucking that off.
Hey, you know what I do, Kev? What I do. Hey, what I do is I just take time. I make a point, like either in the morning or whatever, and I say, like I take an hour or 2 hours.
There you go. Do however you got to do it. If you say, all right, I'm gonna spend an hour today looking at this. I'm gonna spend an hour in the morning, or an hour in that, or 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes, wherever the hell it is. It just needs, again, consistency. If you consistent with anything, that shit will pop. That is the law of the universe. If you are consistent with it, if you hit it at the same point every damn time, that's what it, boom, 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 boom. Again, if I'm punching you, there's something called death. There's something called death by 1,000 punches. I'll give you an example. Anybody watches boxing? You watch Manny Pacquiao? Anybody seen Manny Pacquiao fight?
Yeah.
All right, Manny Pacquiao, he don't hit that hard. He came from 130 pounds, right? Or 120, I think 125, 130 pounds is where he came his first weight, where he was fighting. He moved all the way up to what, 145, 147? So what Manny does, though, Manny is so fast that it's the accumulation of punches that actually whoops your ass. So when you're going in, this is why if you watch a Manny Pacquiao fight, most people don't even punch Manny Pacquiao when he's not punching because he's so fast, they're scared that he's going to smack them at least 5 times while they hit once or twice. So you can see, like, dude, like Manny will be resting and holding his hands, and the dude will just be sitting there with his hands blocking, but not punching. You be like, why are you not punching? Because Manny Pacquiao has something called death by 1,000 punches, and that's consistency. If I hit you, no matter what, I don't have to hit you hard, but I hit you, boom, 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 hit you over and over again. My older brother used to torture me when I was a kid. he used to hold us down. Me and my other brothers and sisters. He used to hold us down and put his knees on our arms, and then he would take his knuckle. He would take just like his little index knuckle and tap it in the middle of my chest. He wasn't hitting me hard at all, but this motherfucker would tap it at the same point 1,000,000 times to where that shit hurts so bad. It would just be a boom, 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 boom. And he wasn't nearly doing it, but dude, after about 20, 30, man. So again, consistency is the key. Don't have to hit it majorly hard, but you got to hit it every time. So 30 minutes here, 30 minutes that day, 20 here, 20 there, but hit it. Oh, this is the other, before we go, this is the other one I want to show you about. This is called BigCommerce. It's like Shopify. So if you guys want to research this one, I forgot to get to this one, but this is another platform. It's not as big as Shopify, but it's just pretty much the same. So BigCommerce, Shopify are two major drop shippers, and Amazon fulfillment. These are the ones that's making cats money for the people who have the diligence. You know what I'm saying? It's tedious work because you're online and you're looking at numbers and you're pacing. A lot of this digital stuff can get tedious, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't feel like doing this shit no more." But again, when you have that feeling, think of the end goal. Like, all I got to do is just hit this once. There's the 80-20 rule. Anybody ever heard of the 80-20 rule? At the beginning of a business, 20% of the work is going to produce 80% of your profits, right? So that 20% though of the work that you do, you have to hit it hard. That's the beginning. 20%, just hit it hard, and then that 80% will run on its own if you do the 20% well enough. That's all you got to do, is just don't leave any stone unturned in that 20%, and that 80% will work for you for the rest of your life. But the 20% got to be pure. So that's what I say with this. Let's hit that 80-20. Mash out on the 20 so we can recoup the 80. And the greatest thing ever, the greatest words in the American language is residual income. And that's how you do it. That's the same thing. That's the 80-20 rule right there in a nutshell. A movie star will go and work their asses off for 3 months straight, leave home, go to another country, do all these damn stunts, get put in makeup, be literally awake for 20 hours a day sometimes, 3 straight months. Sometimes it's for a year. If it's a movie like the Avatar or Lord of the Rings or something, Lord of the Rings is 2 years. So do that for bam. But then the benefits, you get paid residuals for the rest of your life. Whenever they show that movie, you get a check. Crazy. My ex-girlfriend was an actress, or is an actress. And we used to be sitting in the house, and for stuff that she did years ago, like, so we'll be sitting in the house and she'd be opening mail, and she'd be like, "Oh, I got $126. I'm like, "What?" "Oh yeah, I got a residual check from some stuff I did 7 years ago, 8 years ago." I'm like, "What? $126 just out of nowhere?" It's like, "Yep." It's crazy. This is what we want to do. We want to build up residual income. All right, residual income, hitting it hard at the beginning, so it moves on its own at the end. All right, y'all. So let me know if y'all you coming into the next meeting. Email me.
Hell yeah, we coming. Well,
Like, that was really a question. Brother KB, come on now.
Hey, shit, I don't know what's popping, my niggas. Hey, I'll just give information. I don't.
man, you got to find out what's popping. Shit.
I don't assume nothing. I give information, and it does what it does. So again, I'm gonna hold the next one on Wednesday. Just so we're all aware. So y'all give y'all a little time.
Wednesday same time?
No. Wednesday, not in the morning. Everybody, because everybody's working. So
okay.
Are most of you guys East Coast?
I am.
How many East Coast people you got?
Alabama.
East Coast.
Huh?
Oh, you're
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Alabama Central.
Okay.
Florida, Georgia.
Damn, most everybody's East Coast. Okay. Anybody on the West Coast?
Hey, it's me, I guess, man. I'm in California like you, Kev.
Okay.
I'm Mountain Time on it, 1 hour off.
1 hour.
Off Pacific.
Okay.
Look, I'm in the Bay. You in
Okay, yeah, that's right. You're in the Bay. You're in the yay. So we're gonna do. I would say, all right. Is 5 o'clock good? You time, Eastern time, people, or 6, 5 or 6?
I'll still be at work.
Yes, 6 would be better. 6:30.
That's 3 for us.
6.
Oh well, I can do late night, man. You know, if I can do late night, 10 o'clock. That would just be 7 if that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's do this. All right, 7. Let's do this. I'll do it 4 p.m. West Coast time, which is 7 p.m. East Coast time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
7 p.m. East Coast time. Is that can anybody make that?
I could have made it. I could make it.
Can y'all do
I'm
that?
good. I'm good.
I'll be late, but I'll get in where I fit in.
All right. all right. So 7 East Coast time. We'll hit the next one on Wednesday. I'll send y'all.
Hey, Kev, I have a question. What in the playlist? Like, what classes you want us to look at on your playlist in Real Knowledge?
Go to the e-commerce playlist. It's going to
e-commerce.
E-commerce playlist.
I got you.
Go to the e-commerce playlist. Anything else before we get ready to get this money?
Yeah, I already hit you up on the email about that. So.
Okay, for sure. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if I forgot something because I wrote some stuff down. Make sure I hit all the points I wanted to hit.
Yeah, I just hit you right now, so I'll let you know. I'm in, bro.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
We pretty much hit everything. Oh, research. All right. I didn't really I wanted to make sure make a point of hitting that research and cooperation, because I hit accountability, but our cooperation is going to be key. Okay, and that's communication. If you can't possibly do something, then let us know, and then let us know when you would be able to come back in and and redo that. Communication is going to be key. Okay, it can't be like it can't be on some I can't do that today. I'll holler at y'all later. That can't be like that. No other business does that. All right, but if it's something really makes like you figure out, so okay, well I have to do this here, but this is what I can do over here. All right, okay, well I have to do this and this, but okay, what I can do is come back around on this side and do that. That's what we need. Okay, that's cooperation and communication. We're not gonna get nowhere without that, especially communication. So if whatever it is, if you guys are, if you feel that, there's something you need to say about the business, a way it could be going, you have an idea about products, about the way that it could be run better, anything, you have to communicate it. Closed mouth don't get fed. That's just how that is. And see, I know a lot of people ain't like me. I'm an Aries. I'm gonna let you know immediately. That's just how I get down. So I appreciate that in other people. Like, let me know. I appreciate a nigga that say fuck you before a nigga who'll tell me, oh nigga, you cool, and be talking shit. Nigga, tell me fuck you, nigga, right to my face, so I know how to get down. Oh yeah, nigga. All right. that's how we working it. Okay, straight. Good for letting me know. I'm with
okay. Why do I feel like you're back in Monday?
I'm not.
You feel it just feels like you're right back at Monday.
I didn't see the tape, so I don't know what I said.
Hey, where's that at? Because I didn't see that.
Zoe erased it with doing that bullshit.
If you saw the live, you would have seen Kevin say all kind of shit. He was like, man, fuck this shit. Get up, raise up, hit the door, stay out for about 5 minutes, come back in, hit the door again.
I said, fuck this bitch ass nigga, is what I said.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, so I can't even find it, huh? So he deleted it. I didn't even know about it.
What you say?
If you go to the page where it is and look on it, if you look in the comments, you'll see Cause you'll see, cause they was trying to go in on brother KB, and I wasn't having that shit, man.
Oh, damn! I'm them comments. They tried to go in on me.
I'm like, this dude does this shit every time. This cornball ass motherfucker does this shit every time. Always coming up with these same goddamn numbers, same goddamn statistics, same goddamn bullshit, same condescending garbage.
Hey,
But don't never come up with no goddamn solution.
Hey, that's his hustle, man. You gotta realize that. I saw it when I first started seeing this stuff. I peeped it out. I started watching stuff. I was like, he don't got no solutions. So I
zero.
And then the same chick that he be talking to, I ain't gonna say her name, but you know they kind of work together. And I be looking like, huh?
Right, they work together, dude.
And that's all they talk about. Cause she be talking about like,
that light-skinned lady, though, right?
Okay, who are you guys talking about?
I ain't gonna say
dude on the show Monday, the dude who called.
They talking about that cornball ass motherfucker. I'm telling your cornball motherfucking more. That's who the fuck they talking about. This bitch ass tone motherfucking talks ass nigga that don't do nothing but fucking talk about some bull ass motherfucking shit.
Hey, man, y'all sidetrack. Let's get back to this money. I don't care what y'all talking about. Let's get back to this money.
Yeah, and like Kev be talking about, bro, people want to be victims, gonna pick up on that, bro. So you gotta let those people do what they gonna do. That's what he's for. He's for the people that want to blame everything on everybody.
No doubt, and like I said, he's a condescending asshole, which is why I got at him like that. He says this little shit under his voice, and he tries to get that off like motherfuckers don't hear him. And I'm like, dude, it's a million niggas in the world you can get that off with. That I ain't one of them niggas. I'll tell you right now, I'm the other. I'm the other nigga. You can't get that off with me. And so I let him do it the first couple times because we was on the show, and I didn't want to get him like that during the show. But this time he did it again on the show, and I ain't give a fuck. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna blaze your ass. Let you know, nigga. you don't know who you dealing with, fool. I teach niggas how to kill niggas, man. Like, nigga, what you doing, nigga? You talking to me like that? But so next week, or so not next week, but Wednesday, make sure y'all know about just look at the Shopify videos. Make sure y'all go through that one guy. I just want y'all to go through the one guy who has the seven-step breakdown of how he went from $0 to $1,000. But he went to more than $1,000. He went to $4,400, which is off the chain. But watch that guy. Make sure y'all watch that guy. From that one, you'll see a lot of other stuff y'all may be able to click on. But this is what y'all do. This is what research is. You know what I'm saying? You see some stuff. You research good information. You bring it back to the pool. That's how it goes. We're a pool of knowledgeable brothers and sisters who can all go out here and grab some information and bring good information back to the pool, where all of us don't have to be relying on one person. That's the of unity. Of having many arms. All right, y'all. I'm hungry as hell. Anybody got anything else?
Nope, I'm about to start me a business on there and make some money. So see y'all later.
Man, it's easy to do, but it's hard to do at the same time because we just have to stick to it.
It's not hard. We got melanin.
It's not. Again, I have a Shopify store, so none of that stuff is hard. All that stuff he was teaching is easy as hell to me. Like, again, so that's why I'm like, oh, that's all he got to do. All we got to do is bring together brothers and just invest, and we can buy stores. And then, dude, the Shopify exchange is something that we're really gonna look. We're gonna get into the next time on the next meeting. We're gonna really explore the Shopify exchange and see what we can buy stores from there, and then we can also start our own stuff. But then I'll give you also the name that I came up with that they didn't buy the domain name for that yet. So I'll give you all that too.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got names too. Bring them up. Bring them to the fold. This is just the name I have for the clothing. If we want to sell T-shirts and stuff. But if y'all got named for the investment group, if y'all got names for that, bring it in. We'll pull them and then see what we got.
Hey, Kev, let me ask you this: did you get the name of the clothing?
I can't hear you.
I said, did you get the name of my clothing? What it was called? It was, I was talking about the clothing, you know, the one I did by myself. How
Yeah,
it was,
Neo's.
yeah, just Neo. Cause you know.
Yeah, Neo. The what from Matrix.
Yeah, well, I meant that because new. You want to be new by everything.
Oh, new, right? Yeah. Well, neophyte. Yeah, Neo is
Yeah,
Neo.
and then neophyte, but I didn't put that. And then plus the way, you know, the proper way to spell on it, or one way, is with an S, but you don't see that. You know, the Greeks used to spell it with an S.
Right.
So I just use the Z because it fits the acronym I was using. So
that was dope. No, that was dope. And again, that's the type of thinking that you want to have. Products like that. You want to have that type. Somebody mute your phone in the back because I hear all your background moving. But you want to have that type of thought in your product because that comes out. And then when people are like, oh man, this got like a triple meaning, or this dude, I love that. Because then when, you know, it's a conversation piece, it goes deeper. You know what I'm saying? It creates a better connection to the product when more thought goes into it like that. So that's why I said for, you know what I'm saying, for our t-shirts and whatever for that type of line, which we'll be able to get off pretty quickly because of the outlet that we'll have to be able to promote it. Everybody can come out, you know, with some good stuff to throw on there. You know, somebody hit me back the other day after Monday's show. It said, it's official. A fuck your niggas numbers t-shirt need to be made right now. I guess he said, fuck your numbers, nigga. T-shirt need to be made immediately.
Hey, you should make that, bro. And you should put that on the real nog and be like, man, fuck your numbers.
Matter of fact, the last show that Jeff was on, he had the perfect saying. And when he said it, I was like, oh, he shot that straight at this cornball ass nigga. Because somebody was saying something about numbers. And he was like, numbers don't lie. The people that use them do. And I was like, that need to go on the motherfucking t-shirt.
I didn't hear him say that. I didn't hear Jeff say that. I need to go back.
Yeah, go back to the last show he was on when y'all went to the Voice of Reason room.
Okay.
He says that on there. Numbers don't lie, but the people that use them do.
Jeff hilarious. But see, yeah, that's the game. So all right, if we got this energy going, let's keep this energy up. Again, my key word is gonna be consistency. All right. It's always consistency. We do that, we can get anything done. But we got to do it all the time at the same time, or every time at the time we designate to do it. All right, y'all.
All
right, Dragon.
Phoenix, man. Phoenix Dragon.
Man. Fire.
Hey, he made me bring it out, man. I wasn't trying to do it.
Hey, you like fuck being a fingers. I'm a dragon right now.
Oh, well, yeah. I meant to do that because next time that nigga talk to me, he gonna have a different tone in his voice. Read that shit.
Hey, take that bass out your voice.
I did that on purpose. Like, let you know, nigga, look here, man. If you was in this damn room, you have no idea who you dealing with, man. I'm from straight gangster hood. You're dealing with a spiritual nigga who was a gangster. Like, nigga, you don't know who you talking to right now. You can't be talking to everybody like that, man. Because we in here spitting knowledge and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm on some spiritual stuff. That's why I let you get away with it 3 times. But if you was talking to one of my old homeboys, or if you was talking to me 10 years ago, man, you would be in a whole different world, fool.
That's that balance we were talking about. You got to be a dragon or a phoenix, depending on the situation.
You just can't let people get at you any type of way and think they can do that. And he's passive aggressive. So if he come out and tell me, oh, fuck you, nigga, or whatever, I can get with that because then, you know, we can bang and I can battle like that. But don't be underhanded, sneaky, low talking like, nigga, I don't understand what you talking about. Like, dude, that's, yeah.
I ain't never cuss you out like that. Man, shut the fuck up, man. With all that bullshit. You was whack.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. But that's again, that was 1/10 dragon. I don't let that. The reason I don't let that out is because it feel good to do that. See, I'm a true dragon, nigga. It feel good to flame. I want to do it more. Oh, it felt good. Oh, y'all don't get it, man. I don't let the fire out because it feels too good to burn shit.
He was like, I'm a bird. Oh, you're like, oh, wait. I can't do it all the time.
Everybody kept saying that you shouldn't have done it, but that had to be done. Somebody had to get him and set him straight.
Right, because I had to do it because Zoe, he gets power from Zoe's validation. Where he don't understand with Zoe on the back end, be like, Zoe don't give a fuck about numbers. Zoe only uses those numbers to push his arguments. Zoe got very articulate arguments, and
I know.
He uses those numbers to make his arguments sound good. And I'm like, Lou, Zoe don't really he don't really fucking believe in all these number shit, nigga. And so, but because Zoe gave him a show and empowered him with his number thing, he think he on some bullshit. He think he on some great God shit with his numbers. I'm like, look, nigga, let me tell you something. And I just had to let him like, look, dude.
Yeah, Zoe instigated that whole shit, and I was kind of upset at Zoe for even starting that shit.
Yeah, he gonna go. Let me call you. Tone, if you're listening, call in. Like, dude, you know.
As soon as he said that shit, he was like, "Yeah, you know what them numbers? Come on, them numbers." I saw it then. Like, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well.
Or like he was gonna say those numbers, and I was gonna be like, okay, I'm sorry, nigga. Come on, like, dude, you know me. Like, nigga, I'll burn this whole room down, nigga. But again, Phoenix.
Man, if he had been in the room, he would have done the same thing he did when y'all were over at T Radio V and Corey lit into his ass.
Right.
He would have shut something like the fuck up, got mad, and then came up with some mysterious reason why he had to leave, because he just got his ball, literally got up and left. He didn't even give nobody a pound, nobody except maybe Zoe.
Well, Jeff called him a bitch on the show we had he was on the last time. Where he said, I don't usually talk to men like this. I only talk to women like this. But since you ain't answering my question, I guess I got to talk to you like this. He said, nigga, what's the solution? So he said, he said it in some roundabout way. Basically, like, I don't usually deal with women I deal with women like this. But since you ain't answering me like a dude, I'm gonna deal with you like I did with a woman. He called him a bitch on basically right there. And from that point on, it's been like that. But again, I don't want to keep the focus on downing that brother, but I just want to, again, his whole science and philosophy means nothing if you don't balance it out with a solution. Okay, it's fine to tell me where I am, but you're trying to tell me, oh, I'm on this side of the cliff, and there, you know what I'm saying, there's no bridge in between, you know what I'm saying, this side of the cliff and that side of the cliff. Okay, well then tell me how I can scale down this side of the mountain, walk across. I mean, you better tell me how I can get across this damn fucking this ravine some way, nigga. Just don't tell me, oh, nigga, it's a ravine and you fuck. Like, nigga,
and that's what they were talking about in the comments. Well, brother KB ain't coming up with any solution. I'm like, at least he coming up with solutions. I didn't think he ain't coming up with no solutions.
That's all I have to do.
Hey,
look. Solutions, nigga.
After we get this money with this organization we about to do, Kevin, I want you to go to all them people in the comments and that dude that you called and be like, this is what I was talking about.
Right.
Hey, that'll let you be able to blow that fire for real. You be like, look, you be like, look what I did.
Y'all stupid.
Hey, look what I did over here. All y'all talking all that stuff. What y'all been doing, huh?
Man, again, look, for the people in the comments, I don't think about them, dude. They don't.
I already know, bro.
They ain't in my mind. I don't even. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't even know them niggas left comments.
Hey.
I don't look at that shit at all. People who vibe with me, the people who watch that show and who are on the higher vibration and will vibe with me, you guys will come to the Real Noggish channel, and then you'll get more of whoever. But for them other niggas who just be watching this shit with sensationalism, nigga, them niggas don't know shit. Y'all down there writing comments just so motherfuckers can see your comments and laugh, or because you ain't got no other way to get your goddamn your energy or your personality out, nigga. You a low light, so you got to fucking shine off of somebody else's shit. That's why I don't deal with them motherfuckers' comments.
Mm-hmm.
They mean nothing unless you trying to motherfucking do something, nigga. I'm about if y'all ain't got the damn theme by now. I'm about doing shit and problem solving. If y'all ain't got the theme, nigga, y'all get it eventually.
Hey, you about that
dragon?
Yeah, I'm about that what?
About that action.
I'm about that ass beating too, nigga.
Hey, that's the shirt right there. I'm about that action and I'm about that ass beat.
Oh, I thought you said action. No, I said ass beat.
Yeah, that's a shirt right now.
Hey, I'm about that action, but I'm also about that ass beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one you want?
Which one y'all trying to get?
Hey, I'm about that action. I'm also about that ass beating on the back. Which one you want?
Hey, that's a good double shot. Hey, any ideas you guys have for shirts? Write the motherfuckers down. Write them down.
Right.
Yeah, I'll come up with stuff for you, but I want to. Hey, it'd be better when, like you say, on Wednesday. I want to see what your company, the name for. So yeah, that makes sense then. So
Right.
you talk with that.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's definitely gonna be in the realm of consciousness. So whatever being, being the mind, being awake, consciousness. They just got all the goddamn shit. So I had to go.
Hey, make me clever, bro. And be
clever with it.
It's like I had to come up. I had to come up with my stuff. I feel like it was even better about like I'm supplying you with this information. That's the reason why I went with that.
Right. You got some dope stuff, man. Again, just it's $35 like a motherfucker.
All right, I know.
No, you charge me out the ass with your shit, but nigga, it's good shit though.
All right, I'm about to, like I said, I'm about to look and watch some more stuff and figure out a little bit better price. But I'm trying to tell you.
Just to give you a tip, the people you should probably be using, the cheapest people, is T-Launch. I mean, not T-Launch. T-Launch. Damn, I'll send you the.
Teespring?
It's not Teespring. It's T-Launch. Wait a minute. Is it Teespring?
I'm about to say.
It's T-Launch and Teespring, and then there's another one.
Well, yeah.
Teespring is a major one. I'll just say that Teespring is a major one that everybody uses. Mine is not Teespring though. It's damn, I forgot. It's not Teespring. I found this. I was using Teespring, and Teespring was charging me. So then I found these cats, and then they got different. Their inventory or their stock, their product stock is pretty good, and you can go cheaper, and it's quality. Also, you want good quality.
That's what I was about to say, because that's why.
Quality is key in your shit. So you get somebody that sends one of them thin ass paper thin shirts, that rip when you breathe on it. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, but yeah, man. I guess let me know about that. So
yeah.
I'll hit you up.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to get some food.
All right. Be easy. Ghost.